Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making
Please divert your attention from modern social ascension and be chill for a minute. Be still for a minute. You're struggling with fashion. My heart goes out with compassion. And that suit and tie is mocking you. Your tattoos are in plan B. So take your shoes off, take your socks off, put the stones on, and get your rocks on. Get your kicks with Jimi Hendrix on your playlist. I think you get the gist. Music makes it possible to coexist. So let's eject and put a cassette in your tape deck and resurrect all the legends of the past. Music that will still tell us. So when you turn it up, it makes a big move. When you crank it up, it shakes the whole room. Then you close your eyes and you realize music is just all you ask. Riding on the subway with my headphones on. Pardon me if I seem withdrawn. I don't want to communicate. I just wanna be to meditate. Music is my soul, the fruit of love, play on me. So then something and enough and up. Get the box, keep yourself in. Put the dust off and rip it open. Let your incense inside your moping. Music makes it easier to play. So let's eject and put a cassette in your tape deck and resurrect all the legends of the past. Music that will still tell us. So when you turn it up, it makes a big move. When you crank it up, it shakes the whole room. Then you close your eyes and you realize music is just all you need. Get strong, Neil Young, get down, James Brown, give your props to the four tops, Marvin Gaye, Billie Holiday. Whether you hustle in the streets to stay alive, or you're stuck in the office with a 9 to 5, it makes two separate worlds collide, brings together the great divide. Music helps to pass the time, whether you're filthy rich or your credit's declined. Music and life are always combined. So let's eject and put a cassette in your tape deck and resurrect all the legends of the past. Music that will still tell us. So when you turn it up, it makes a big move. When you crank it up, it shakes the whole room. Then you close your eyes and you realize music is just all you need. Let's eject and put a cassette in your tape deck and resurrect all the legends of the past. Music that will still tell us. So when you turn it up, it makes a big move. When you crank it up, it shakes the whole room. Then you close your eyes and you realize music is just all you need. Yeah.
So the T-shirt is Enter the Panther. It's a Bruce Lee film, Bruceploitation. What the hell has happened to your microphone, girl? You're breaking microphone rules. Your microphone is... Oh, there's no camera on you. It doesn't matter. That lasted long, didn't it?
Apparently there was some football on yesterday, that's why they took it away.
Well, there's no football on now. Hang on a minute, but surely those TV companies have got enough cameras of their own, and we don't know why this new camera hasn't got me central. I don't know what's going on, guys. We're a radio show, and that much I do know. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Call us now, and we will call you back immediately, and we will put you on, and you will get on the radio. It's as simple as that. Tonight, we exorcise the dark demons that have why has the showbiz person from Talk Radio blocked both of us on Twitter? Why has the showbiz reporter from Talk Radio blocked both of us on Twitter?
In a word, beeves.
Oh, he's got beeves. Because we didn't want to do a crappy tribute to Eric Bristow on the show last night. The showbiz reporter from Talk Radio has blocked us. I tweeted him from another account. Grow up, son. Then again, I'm 44. So if you want to tweet at Johnny Seifert, Seifert, not to troll him, to say to him, why have you blocked Iain and Kath? Grow up, son.
Although it has to be said.
Yes.
I didn't spend a lot of time on his feed, so it's fine.
Yeah, well,
do what he wants.
I only looked because you sent me a picture showing that the showbiz reporter from Talk Radio had blocked you.
But it doesn't matter if he blocks you because nothing ever happens around your feed, does it?
No, I mean
Showbiz-wise.
exactly. So if you could all do us a favour and just tweet at Johnny Seifert. Don't be mean, okay? I don't want you to be mean. We're not encouraging trolling or bullying. Johnny JOHNNY Seifert SEIFERT and just say, dude, why have you blocked? Why have you blocked? Someone who you used to describe as one of your radio heroes. That's me, Catherine.
Oh, me.
Sorry. And Catherine. It's not because they didn't want your Eric Bristow tribute last night, is it? I mean, how nuts is that? So, no dark vibe tonight. It's going to be joy. It's going to be light. We're going to play Uno. If you've got a pack of Uno cards with you, phone us up. We got a pack here. We're going to play Uno on the radio. And here's the thing, right? When I was in Australia, I played Uno with one of my chaperones. I had a chaperone before I went in the jungle, right? And I couldn't quite work out. Well, anyway, Lino found this for me, right? This is a 1981 Australian advert for Uno, and it explains something. Here we go.
Now the river was low and the boat wouldn't go, so we took out the you-know.
Yeah, they call them you-know.
You-know?
You-know. So, and my chaperone was calling it you-know. Every time, you-know. I said, no, it's Uno. Hang on a second.
Now Sally's first rate and she leads with the 8, but I can't follow suit, you know. The cards come my way, but Joe reverses the play. I could be here for days, you know. Then Fred shrieks, I win, with a smart aleck grin and says, it's only a game, you know. Dad? Yeah. You know, deluxe you know, and Ono 99. Holiday card games from Valentine.
You know. So that explains that. That explains why Australians are dumb. So we'll be playing you know. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. But here's my biggest beef. Broken Britain is something that's been a real passion of mine, is watching this once great country sink into the sea under a crushing weight of just bellendery is the only word to describe it. This once great nation that is there a cat in here? Is there a cat, or are you doing?
It's my chair. Listen.
That's not your chair. She's parting and farting.
Not.
So this once great nation is that led the way in terms of technology and manufacture and war, and now we don't. And I think hashtag big up the Brexit boys. I think I've come to the conclusion as to the latest dumbing down of Britain. And I noticed this when I went bowling with my children about 6 weeks ago, but I thought nothing of it. I thought it was a new bowling alley that I hadn't been to before. I thought nothing of it, right? And then today it was confirmed, right? When you go bowling, you don't give them your shoes and they don't give you bowling shoes anymore. That doesn't happen. The bowling shoes were there. So we went about 6 weeks ago bowling, and we got in the queue and I said, to save time, all right, everyone, take your shoes off, right? When you've got two kids who are 6 and 8 and can't do laces, then there we go. Then that takes a while. And then I saw that people were just paying for their bowling and then walking off without exchanging shoes. The bowling shoes were there, but people weren't exchanging. And I thought, right, okay, guys, everyone, it's got a bit windy. Everyone, put your shoes on. And we didn't use the bowling shoes that were there. I thought, okay, well, maybe that's just this one.
You know.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it's a cat. But then today we went bowling in a different alley. And I said to the guy, can we get the shoes, please? And he said, no, we don't. You can if you want, but as long as you're not wearing stilettos, you don't have to swap shoes. I said, what? I got really angry. I said, how long has this been a thing? He said, it's about a year, 18 months. Outrageous. So there's the one thing, right? And do you know what I wish I'd said to him? And next time I go, I'm going to say it to them. Could I buy a pair of size 10s, please? Because I love bowling shoes. Is there anything more comfortable on the foot than a bowling shoe? And I've just been on Amazon to buy bowling shoes. You can't buy them. They're like trainers. And so then I've been on eBay to try and buy some second-hand bowling shoes. You can't. But so I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say, can I buy a pair of size 10s? please. Because they're the most comfortable shoes in Christendom, aren't they?
But you're going to wear them outside?
Well, no, I wear them inside for studio shoes. What? What's that look for? Why you give me a dirty
Fine,
look?
no, it's your feet, mate.
Well, yeah, exactly. What do you mean? What? I don't understand. Come on, you've got an issue. Spit it out.
Well, I mean...
Stop doing a Sifa and be direct with me. Come on.
He would have just left.
Come on.
After taking a selfie. They're very specific shoes. It's a bit like wearing skis indoors.
It's nothing like wearing skis. It's more like wearing snowshoes.
They're an activity shoe.
Well, no, no. All it is they're smooth.
Yeah.
They're like slippers. That's all they are. They're like fancy two-tone white and red slippers, and those are the colours I want. White and red slippers. That's what I want. So I'm going to say. But then here's the second thing. And again, I noticed this the other week, and I thought nothing of it. When you used to go bowling, right, at the start of the lane where you bowl, there's like a line you're not supposed to cross, okay? It's like I guess in cricket you'd call it the crease. In bowling you call it the line you're not supposed to cross, right? And to make sure that you don't cross that line, there's a little, like, laser light, little red invisible laser, okay? And if you break the beam, the shot is void, right? That's not there anymore. It's not that you can walk halfway up the blooming lane and roll it. My youngest got a ball stuck halfway up the lane.
Oh dear!
I was so tempted to
bowl him after
walk
it.
up there. Well, no, I did. I bowled a ball after it and I hit it.
Oh, good.
I hit it. But then the shutters came down quickly and the second ball was stuck out, so we had to go and get a woman. And do you know how they go down the lane without damaging the finely polished wax of the lane floor?
Do they straddle the lane walking in the gutters?
They walk in the gutter.
Yeah.
They don't straddle it, but they walk down the middle of it. So for me, bowling is the final straw. The fact that you don't change shoes anymore is outrageous. And the fact that they've got rid of the little laser light at the start of the thing is awful. If you'd like to phone up and slag on... By the way, everyone at the bowling alley was absolutely delightful. I've got to say hello to Cassie. She won't be listening, but she came and asked for... Very old-fashioned there. They asked for autographs.
Oh.
Selfies for the kids, autographs for the grown-ups. And I signed an autograph for a lady called Nicola. So great times. And then there was one guy that was just talking to me too much when I just wanted to be with my kids, so I just walked away from him. But... So if you want to phone up and slag off bowling, 0344 499 1000. If you want to phone up and play Uno, I'm looking ideally for 2 more players, then we can do that. 0344 499 1000. We're going to exorcise the demons of darkness that have haunted this show throughout the week. Tonight with me, Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
On Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Thank you to everybody that sent me links of where I can buy bowling shoes. I'm buying a pair of bowling shoes now. 50 quid, beautiful, from Gene Wise. Get wise with Gene Wise. Hi, you wise to the jeans? Getting bowling shoes.
Why don't you just buy a pair of slippers?
Because I don't want slippers, I want bowling shoes. I want a pair of bowling shoes. Nice pair of bowling shoes.
You're going to get 100 people to wear them first.
I'm going to wear... get stuffed. I'm going to wear these. They're going to be my studio shoes, and it's going to create an absolutely great vibe in here. When I buy a new house, they're going to be my new house shoes. Going to create an absolutely wonderful vibe in there. And when I go bowling, I'm going to get out my own bowling shoes, and I'm going to wear them. And I'm going to literally piss on everyone. In terms of, but not literally, obviously. I mean, that's just going to be.
You won't last long.
It wouldn't last very long there. Good. Before I make the purchase, maybe I'm going to do one of those things where I wait for a little bit.
Have a little think about it.
Gonna have a little think. Hey, I know what we'll do. I'll crowdfund it. Here we go. This is what we'll do. I will GoFundMe a pair of bowling shoes.
I don't think that's ethical.
What do you mean it's not ethical? Because it's ethical.
I mean, what kind of presenter...
What is unethical about it? It's not doing eugenics or something.
I know, but what kind of presenter would, put the begging bowl out amongst his listeners when he can quite afford, I don't know, a holiday or a jolly.
Or 4 brand new iPhones. I don't know. I've not bought 4 brand new iPhones. We're being oblique and rude about a man who's down on his luck. Good evening, Dom.
Good evening.
Evening, Dom.
I wanted to talk about bowling.
Here we go. Go on, slag it off. Away you go.
I want to slag off bowling.
Here we go. The Slag Off Bowling Helpline. How can we help you?
I won't name the bowling alley in question. We'll just call them Bollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
But we went.
Yes.
It was my birthday a couple of years ago.
Happy birthday for a couple of years ago. I have one every year.
Thank you. Yeah. I've had a couple since.
Okay.
But we went bowling, and they said, "Oh, you don't need to wear the shoes."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah, fine. That saves you an inconvenience." And then my mate Vinny, he went to bowl, and he did. He threw the ball, but then he fell and he broke his leg.
What?
And I think that's at least,
Jesus,
to some extent, it's not mainly due to the fact that he wasn't wearing the proper footwear.
Mate, it's exclusively due to the fact he wasn't wearing the he broke his leg.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in his leg?
It was lower down, like near the ankle.
Oh.
I think he had to get his dad to pick him up, and I don't want to say it ruined my 25th birthday, but it didn't help.
No, it wouldn't. Why were you bowling with a child?
There was no children present.
No, but you just said his dad picked him up.
Yeah, he broke his leg, and
someone's child.
I suppose so.
Did he? I had the rest of my birthday to enjoy.
Did he get stretchered off the pitch?
Well, no. The thing is, he kind of went on for normal for a couple of days, not realising he'd broken his leg. He knew he'd injured it, obviously.
Yeah.
Because he knew he had to go on.
A hard man. Now, today's... if that happened... Or an idiot, yeah, correct. Dom, if that happened today, today's entitled millennials would set up an Instagram account for it and take 6 months off work.
We are entitled millennials.
Oh, are we? Can I be honest with you, Dom?
You're not.
Yeah, Dom, can I share something with you? I don't actually know what a millennial is.
Well, it's people of my age, I think.
But how come? So you're 25, 27?
Oh, that was a couple of years ago, yeah.
So how does that make you a millennial? I thought a millennial would be 18.
No, I think 18-year-olds now would be the next generation. Their generation Z or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Post-millennials.
Okay. Gosh. Okay, well, we'll get some clarity on that. Dom, thank you for that, mate. I appreciate that. If you, by the way, birthday injuries... More than happy to talk about. If you want to slag off bowling, this is the place to do it. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Bowling has gone downhill, eh? It's sort of a joke, but it's not really, and I like things like that. I've built my entire career on that. So Sunday, in a last-ditch effort to stop me phoning up a drug dealer, on Sunday I'm going to make... I'm going to use my green screen technology, and I'm going to try and make a television show using green screen technology. Now, a lot of you say, "Oh, this is just like Limmy's Homemade Show." It's not at all. I've been thinking about this for a while, actually, for quite a while. So, but I'm aware that Limmy's Homemade Show came out on Thursday. By the way, if you've not seen it, BBC iPlayer, Limmy, it is 30 minutes of dark, twisted, slightly uncomfortable comedy. Some of it's laugh out loud, some of it makes you go, oh God. But Flippin' It is brilliant. And he's filmed it all himself on a camera, he's done all the music, everything's brilliant. But so Sunday, I'm going to try... There's 2 ways of doing this. I think the first one I'm going to do is... It's going to be a clip show. It's going to be a clip show. You know clip shows? It's just going to be a show showing clips. But Sunday I'm going to pre-record one. But then I think if push comes to shove, if P comes to S, I can do them live with green screen technology. I think that is an option. What is open to me? So that's going to be happening Sunday, and I really do suggest that you head over to my YouTube channel, and I've changed the URL. The URL is different now. It's youtube.com/Iain Lee. A little bit easier to remember, and we're really going to watch those. Subscriptions sail up to close to 4,700 now. That's the plan. There. Let us take John Paul. Good evening, John Paul.
Hi, Ian. How's it going?
Hang on a minute. Didn't we establish your name isn't John Paul? It's just John.
Well, funny you say that. When I phoned up, I was gonna try out my middle name.
Isn't
Paul.
your middle name Paul?
Yeah.
So do you want to try? Do you want to be Paul now?
I'd like to try it out just to see how it feels for
All right, Paul. Let's see how we go. What have you got? When I was a kid, right, I didn't like the name Ian. I still don't like the name Ian. It's too late to change it now. But I wanted to change it, and this is what I wanted to change it to. John. Flippin' heck. Of all the names in all the world, you the one you want to change it to is what Ian means in English if you from the Gaelic, and also John is not exactly the world's most rocking and rolling name, but Paul, say it loud, say it proud. I'm standing proud. I'm sitting proud. Paul, what have you got for us this evening?
Well, I was going to chat to you about a Christmas quiz, like the family quiz that we had a couple of years ago.
Yes.
But bowling, I've got a little bit of a bit of knowledge about bowling. It sort of stirred up a few memories.
Come on, slag off bowling with us.
Well, it's more for me. Bowling it's all about the shoes for me,
isn't it?
And if you do find yourself with an old, like, worn out pair of shoes, I've found previously that you can just exchange them as long as you pay for your game. And you don't necessarily have to switch the shoes back afterwards.
Hang on a minute. That's called stealing, isn't it?
I don't think so. I don't think it's because obviously you have shoes there and you give it's more of an exchange.
Yeah, but so what are you saying, that when your shoes are worn out, like the Stan Laurel ones where there's a massive hole and he has to fix it with a strip of meat, when your shoes are flapping all over the place, you instead of buying new shoes, you just book yourself in for a game of bowling and then collect the bowling shoes?
Now, I wouldn't say it's standard practice.
No.
But there has been an occasion where it was a pair of flip-flops, to be honest, and they were a bit tatty and smelly, and I took a shine to the bowling shoes and thought I'd exchange them.
I'm starting to see why you don't want to use your real name anymore.
It was out of this country, as it happens. So
on the run, international criminal.
They'll never find me. I would suggest though not to wear your bowling shoes outdoors.
No,
because the grit of the road and the pavement loses
There'll
the
be
shine.
studio shoes and there'll be shoes in my new house.
Yeah, so like studio shoes, indoor house shoes.
Yeah.
And then obviously like pavement and maybe road shoes.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Tell us about this family quiz, Paul.
Oh, I feel so good.
Here we go.
Good and,
Here we go.
And natural.
Yeah.
So, family, we have a big family get together.
Oh God, it sounds hellish already.
It is, but there's like a certain sort of nostalgia attached to it, where there's a family quiz and everyone's there, from grandparents to uncles, aunties, cousins.
Yes.
The whole age range, and my cousin, who doesn't normally speak to anybody, he's quite reserved, piped up one year and said he doesn't get involved in anything at all. I've written a quiz. I'd really like to do the quiz this year.
Okay.
So everyone was overjoyed. Oh, Andrew, that's absolutely fantastic. We're really looking forward to it.
It sounds like a fun thing.
Yeah, well, sure enough, he'd prepared and everything. It came in a brown envelope, so very official.
Hang on a minute, Kath.
It wasn't "Who is my real dad?" was it? Question one.
No. I mean,
thank God for that. That could have been awkward.
I've actually got the quiz in front of me now. I came across it.
Here we go.
I'll start off with the first question.
Yeah.
In what year did Alan Evans die? Was it A, 1998, B, 1999, or C, 2000?
Who's Alan Evans?
Your mate of the family.
Alan Evans, the darts player.
Oh, all right.
All right, 1999.
I'm going to go 2000.
Oh, Ian's got it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And correct.
One. Okay. Question two.
Question two. In what year did Leighton Rees die?
It's a quiz about dead darts players!
Was it A, 2003, B, 2004, or C, 2005?
I'm going to say 2004.
5.
Ooh. No, 2003.
Don't say. You've got to say nearly, because it was nearly. All right, question 3.
Try to say positive.
Yeah.
Right. In what year did Phil Nixon die? Was it A, 2012, B, 2013, or C, 2014?
I'm going to go for the middle one, 2013.
I'm going 2014.
Going for the middle one, you'd be correct.
Okay.
2013.
So we're question. Where are we?
Sorry for your loss.
Question 4 now.
We're question. Yes, yeah, question 4.
In what year?
Oh, have you been cheating?
This is brilliant. Yeah.
In what year did Bill Leonard die? Was it Bill Leonard, the darts player?
Okay, I thought it might be. Yes.
Was it A, 1996,
Yes.
B, 1997, or C, 1998?
96.
98.
Straight in there with 96, correct.
Wowzers. Can I ask, how many questions are in this quiz?
We've got another... They're on cards, they're not actually numbered.
Okay.
Terribly unprofessional. Got
How
another
fat's your
1,
pack?
2,
Do they...
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's another 8.
Right. Let's get... I tell you what. Let's mix it up a bit. Let's just jump to the very last question.
The last question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hear this.
In what year did Jockey Wilson die? Was it 2012? Oh, sorry, A, 2012, B, 2013, or C, 2014?
2012.
2013.
It was 2012.
I remember it.
Oh, there is there's a trick one in here. There's a trick one. I'll do this and then we'll finish.
This is the best thing. This is the best call ever. Thank you, Paul.
In what year did David Jones die? Was it A, 1995,
Yeah.
B, 1996, or C, 1997?
He's not dead. He's still alive.
David Jones?
Yeah.
David Jones, the darts player?
Yeah.
It was actually 1995.
Oh, right. Okay. Where was the trick?
The trick was a few people thought it might have been David Bowie's real name.
Why? That would have been, like, completely out of the quiz hemisphere.
Right, and so, hang on a minute. How old was the child that wrote this quiz?
Oh, he was, I think he was 47 at the time.
Okay,
Genius.
I'm going to ask a question that could either turn this all sour, or could, he's like, he's not, he's not got difficulties or anything, has he?
I wouldn't say difficulty. He's quite socially. I'll give you an example. When I first, he's actually my wife's cousin. But when I first met him, awkward situation. There was no awkwardness or anything. He was quite confident and abrupt, and came up to me and said, "Have you ever met a woman who smokes a pipe?"
Wow.
And I said, I don't think I have. I have. I know a woman who smokes a pipe.
This guy's...
And then, yeah.
This guy's... Paul, thank you very much indeed. This guy's a legend. 03444991000. Have you ever met a woman who smokes a pipe? Don't say pipes very often. I wanted to get into pipes, but it's like the best way to get mouth cancer, because you're really sucking that smoke. You're sucking in that smoke.
We had a fearsome pottery teacher at school, Mr. Miller, and he used to smoke a pipe in the classroom.
Right.
Like, over us. While I was looking at our handiworks.
It's nice to chew on something in your mouth, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice.
I've just had a brilliant idea for a family quiz.
Go on.
It's all like things like, when did Great Aunt Edna die, and give him multiple choice. Things like that.
That's a bit...
Things people that only we know.
Well, I don't know
My
your
mum will
family.
get them all wrong.
I don't know your family, so...
Well, you wouldn't be involved. It's just a family quiz, isn't it?
Okay, well, I thought you'd invite me as a celebrity friend.
All right, yeah, okay. You can join in.
Yes, Zach!
I've got a bowling thing as well.
Come on then, let's slag off bowling.
So, I love arcades, and for some reason, arcades are getting worse when it comes to them being in bowling alley, next to bowling alleys.
Come on, let's slag off the arcade in a bowling alley.
And and half of the machines don't work. Like in my
It's
local
true.
one,
There was a couple of machines today that didn't work, and they didn't seem to care.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care.
They just say, "Oh, we don't have the keys." And all I ever say to them is, "Well, it's your, it's
yours.
bowling alley.
It's yours."
So
we were on a mad hunt today because my youngest wanted to have. He's never had a go on one of the grabber games, right? And I said to him, "It's a con.
Get ready
It's a
for
con."
a disappointment.
And he
kid.
said, "But I'd really like to have a go." I said, "Okay." And even when we were going to the grabbing game, the woman behind the counter said, "Ian, I wouldn't bother. They're a con." I said, "I know it's his pound, and he wants to have a go." And but then we went on a mad hunt for tickets, for machines to win tickets, and everyone wanted to win tickets. So we won. We spent way too much money on like Pac-Man with One Life to win tickets and stuff like that. But then they only won enough tickets. 38. One boy had 38. One had 42. Sorry.
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Is someone? No, that's a lie. You're doing something. Is someone trying to break into your house?
No.
What is going on, Zachary?
Nothing.
Something is going on.
Has someone entered your room?
Maybe.
Is it have they got a gun?
No.
Okay. Who is it? Your mother?
Wrong time to go in the room, Mum.
That's not your mum.
Zach lives with his mum. Zach lives with his mum. Which is actually a nice thing to do.
He's a child. I hope he does.
Yeah, I know. Well, not well. Now you've judged everyone who's an orphan. You've made them feel bad. I hope you're proud of yourself, Michael. The bowling alley hotline. How would you like to slag off a bowling alley?
Oh, it's quite the opposite, Ian. I actually want to tell you a funny story about when I used to work in a bowling alley.
Okay, it's not really what we're doing. We're slagging them off, but let's see where this goes.
Well, it's to do with the shoes, so you might like it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, before we do that, I just wanted to ask you a question. In what year did I work in a bowling alley? Was it 1999, 2000, or 2001?
It was 2000.
Sorry, 99.
Oh!
It was 99.
There we go.
Anyway, onto the shoes.
Yes.
Onto the shoes. So, it was back in the day where we were very strict about making sure the shoes came in.
Yes.
And we gave the shoes out. There was a strict one in, one out policy. There was no messing around. We even had security at the door to make sure people didn't make off with the shoes, Ian, because people did try that.
Yeah, I bet they did. Well, you've had that chancer that were taking a pair of crappy flip-flops and then to get some free bowling shoes.
Yeah, we used to have it all the time. So we made sure we nailed them to try to get out.
Okay.
Anyway, we used to have shoes up to size 15. So size 15 were the biggest shoes we had.
Wow.
But we only had one pair of them, because if you imagine, there wasn't many people coming in asking for a size 15.
No, of course. But obviously big feet is genetic in families, so if two brothers came along, they'd have to have a shoe each, I guess.
Or one could squeeze to the 14 and one could have a 15. We'd make it work if that ever happened. Thankfully, never did.
Yeah.
Never did under my watch. But anyway, the size 15 shoes went missing. They disappeared out of the building, and we were
tough to
fuming.
hide. Stick out of a bag, wouldn't they? Stick out. You notice those?
Exactly. Yeah. So they gone missing anyway, and I left the bowling alley. And one day I went into my local walkabout pub, and somebody had put the shoes on the crocodile behind the bar.
Flipping heck!
Can you believe it? So
Crocodiles don't have size 15 feet though. Their feet are quite small, aren't they?
I think this croc, but they obviously knew that this croc needed to be these big shoes, and that's why they were missing.
And that's probably why now you don't need to get the bowling shoes.
It's disappointing. I went bowling the other week, and I was disappointed not to don the shoes, although they do smell after a while. They used to have to give them a good spray to make sure they didn't stink, because you used to get some real sweaty feet down there.
Well, that's shoes, and I'm a very clean man. But I can't think the last time I went between my toes and cleaned it out. I have a shower, and kind of from the peanuts down, I don't bother. There certainly doesn't get shower gel. I've only just started washing my crack. So
you kind of rely, don't you, when you wash your hair and body, the shampoo would do the rest of the work.
Do the rest of the
You don't
work.
bother
Now we don't have baths anymore. Now that baths have been outlawed, they'll be back once we leave Brexit. But now that they've been outlawed, people don't clean their feet, so feet are filthy.
So maybe it's a good thing then we're not having to share bowling shoes, Ian.
You're trying to put a good spin, there's another joke there, on the bowling alleys, Michael, but I really think that the bowling alleys are they're broken Britain.
I know. We used to call the place we used to work in Bollywood Hole, because it used to rhyme with it, the actual place.
Okay, was it called Hollywood Bowl?
No, we used to call it Bollywood Hole.
But it was called Bollywood. Okay. Well, thanks for calling, Michael.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. 03444991000. This is the late night alternative with me, Iain Lee, and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
The radio show where the owls are not what they seem.
Do you or have you ever watched Twin Peaks?
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
We could be dreaming and meeting each other in our dreams.
On Talk Radio.
Evening, Paul.
Good evening, Ian. I haven't spoken to you for a while. Thank you for allowing me on the air again.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Right.
Can I first of all say what a great thing you did and I'm a Celebrity. I haven't spoken to you.
Okay. Thank you.
You raised a lot of good things that are close to my heart.
Okay.
I'll say no more than that.
Say no more.
Yes, you were very damn brave.
Said some more.
Yes.
I wasn't brave.
You faced some fears.
Nah, I got paid tens of thousands of pounds to act like an idiot, so I did my job. That was all it was.
I don't think you came across as an idiot at all.
No. Listen, when you wear a jumpsuit and goggles and a helmet and you jump in water and get covered in spiders, you're playing the giddy go.
You faced your fear of heights, didn't you?
Well, yeah, because I was being paid to be entertaining on a TV show. Anyway,
my point is,
yes.
I've just been watching on Catch Up a bit of telly with my mum.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I haven't bought a popcorn today or Hall Super Sweets.
Okay.
I bought her some chocolate mice instead.
Okay, that's incredible.
There you go. Anyway, my point is, I've just been watching on Catch Up Gogglebox, and I find it absolutely abhorrent what they've just shown on there.
What have they just shown on Gogglebox? Spoiler alert for the boys and girls at home.
Okay, well, it's on Catch Up. It was shown earlier, but okay. It was a TV programme, a TV series drama that starred Christopher Eccleston.
Yes.
I can't remember the name of the show, but they showed a scene from it.
Yes.
That was the most awful, abhorrent sex scene.
What was it? What happened?
There was this woman that was very drunk.
Yeah.
In a nightclub.
Yeah.
And she was wanting some sex, basically.
Yes.
So she kept getting on her mobile phone, calling people.
Yes.
And this guy turned up.
Yes.
And they went into the public toilet, the ladies, and she bent over the sink, and he... I don't want to get the dump button. They showed a very awful scene.
Right, of consensual sex, of rape, of what?
No, it was consensual sex. Although I don't think she really enjoyed it.
She was the worst for wear.
She knew what she was doing.
Okay, right, but so I don't understand what you're upset that it was on Gogglebox.
It's abhorrent to show that on Gogglebox. I've got a 12-year-old son.
Right.
Fortunately, he's in Austria at the moment on a ski trip.
Well, that's irresponsible of you.
But my son does normally...
Yeah, but hang on, what time does... hang on. Paul, shut up. What time is Gogglebox normally on?
9 o'clock.
Right, after the watershed, so your boys shouldn't be watching it anyway, if you...
Yes, but they have Goggle Sprogs, don't they?
Yeah, well, did they show the rape scene on Goggle Sprogs?
No.
Right, so it was on Gogglebox.
I'm just making a
Your point is invalid.
I think Gogglebox is a kind of family
Well, it's not,
Friday night, isn't it?
Mate, if it was a family show, it would be on at 7:30 on a Friday night.
Oh, come on, you understand my point.
Yeah, I understand the point. Is you're steaming drunk, you thought you could phone up
No,
and...
I'm not steaming drunk at all. I've had one can of cider today. The only other strongest thing I've had today is some cheese on toast.
Brilliant, that's fantastic. Right, so, isn't it funny, Paul, 2 minutes into this phone conversation, you've gone from S in my D to going back to...
What does S in my D mean?
You find it abhorrent if I said it. to going back to that same old argumentative self.
I don't mean to be argumentative. I'm just making a point. That
Okay, and I'm pointing out it's not a it's not
Mary Whitehouse. Believe me.
No, I know you're not, but it's not a family show, mate. It's on after 9 o'clock.
Yes, but kids are allowed to stay up on a Friday night, aren't they?
Then as parents, you have to be responsible as to what you show them. And as an adult, I don't want my viewing impaired. I want to be able to see whatever I want to see, and not have it curbed because of bad parents like you. And also,
I'm not a bad parent. I am not. Why are you calling me a bad parent?
You were going to let your son watch a woman anyway.
No, I wasn't going to let him because I didn't know it was going to come up.
Well, I would not let my children watch Gogglebox.
No pun intended.
I would not let my children watch Gogglebox.
Well, I just think there's a lot of parents out there that will let their
then they're
children
idiots.
watch Gogglebox.
They're idiots. They should have to know.
Yes, I think he is silly.
Who's silly?
Yeah, I think he is silly now.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb. Hey, I meant to ask you this. You remember after the Ariana Grande concert, and the terrorist attack?
Yes.
And you sold your Guns N' Roses tickets?
I didn't. Yes, I did.
Were they for this July?
No, they were for last July.
Right. Did you regret that in the end? I've been thinking about this a lot. Did you regret that in the end?
Yes, 'cause I kind of did and I kind of didn't.
Oh.
I was unsure about it.
Yeah.
I sold them for profit, and the profit I made, I donated to charity.
Well, that's even more stupid. But just think of the fun you could have had with your boy at a Guns N' Roses concert.
Yes, because I did want to get my boy to see Slash live.
Yep. Well. Well,
and there you go. I've just gone on about my son not wanting to watch Gogglebox.
Exactly. Thanks for calling, Paul.
Good night.
Bye-bye. There's a blast from the past.
Apparently, she also got run over, but he wasn't objecting to that.
And also, I would wonder... Gogglebox are brilliant, right, at making you think you've seen more than you've actually seen. They're brilliant at cutting away and showing the people's reactions.
Being horrified.
So I wonder... I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch it. I'm not that massive a fan of Gogglebox. Not since they were rude about me on there, but then they were nice about me on there the next week. So, you know, comme ci, comme ça. S's and R's. So many. Let's try... Jonathan. Good evening, Jonathan. Hello? Hello, Jonathan?
Hello.
Hey, they're all coming out of the woodwork tonight! What's happened to you, man? People have been worried about you.
I just wanted to talk about what you were mentioning at the beginning of the show last night.
Yes.
Should you be allowing your children to use a VR headset, especially at that age?
Well, it's recommended for 12 and up, but I only let them use it for very, very short bursts at a time, literally about 3 or 4 minutes at a time. The games that I allow them to play are, I make sure are completely age appropriate. There's only 3 games that I've let them play, and I am sat there touching my youngest because he gets a bit nervous. So I'm there with my hand on the back of the youngest, and the answer to that is yes.
Right. Do you clean the visor after each time it's used?
Yes, I spit on it and then lick it clean. Yes.
I don't think that's good enough.
Oh. Pourquoi?
Yeah. Do you realise...
Can they catch head aids or something from it? Is that what you're saying?
Almost. More like eye herpes.
Eye herpes? Oh, my God! So eye aids is what we're talking about here. From whom?
Every time you use the headset and don't thoroughly clean it...
Yep.
You run the risk of gaining herpes of the eyes.
But wouldn't one of us have to have herpes of the eyes for that to work?
No, not necessarily, because DNA strains and bacteria coming into contact. So you are endangering your children's vision.
Good. They've got it. They are white... middle class. Don't know if they're heterosexual yet. I don't know. But they're and Dad's got money, right? They are living a life of privilege. So it's time to up the ante a little bit, Jonathan, and start playing Fast and Dangerous.
Oh dear. This doesn't sound good. Oh, those poor children. Their father is an alcoholic, a druggie, a well-nonce, and giving them eye hurt.
Hang on, did you call me a well-nonce?
Yeah, that's
wow.
a step too far.
That's a step too far, Jonathan. We're going to have to, if you're going to call me a well-nonce, I'm going to have to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye.
There we go.
If you had suggested that yourself, he would be the first one to call you a snowflake. Wouldn't he?
He would. Good evening, George!
Good evening, Ian, Catherine.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, OK,
UK OK.
Yeah, Ian, Catherine.
Ian and Catherine, yes. Oh,
the wizard and his enchantress.
Oh, an enchantress. And she's wearing, it's got to be said, she's wearing a little black dress today.
Oh, lovely. I think these are all scenes in the Scoring Goals film, in which you're going to be playing the part of the wizard.
Yep.
And it's very exciting.
Yep. These are
to
exciting
me,
days.
what I'm being made to imagine. But yesterday you played a bit of the song that's going to be the theme song of the Scoring Goals film.
Yes.
And you said you were going to play it all later. Did you play it all?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Did you?
Yes, we did. We did.
Very good.
We did.
It's 10-pin bowling.
Yeah, where was the last time you went 10-pin bowling?
Oh, a long time ago, but
It's fun, isn't it?
I remember my first night, it was at Golders Green Bowling Alley. It must have been 1961, I think, when they first opened there. There'd been one at Stamford Hill that opened a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And the first time I went there, I bowled and I enjoyed it, and then some thug there tried to beat me up. I don't know why, but I went home wearing the bowling shoes.
Oh, you've got them.
That was my very first night at the bowling alley, but I became quite obsessed with the game.
It's a really thrilling game, and a lot of the bowling alleys now, because it used to be a big thing, but a lot of them now, George, are very, very tatty and run down, and it's lost some of its magic, I think.
For me, it was very social. I mean, the two best friends I've had in my life, I met at the bowling alley, and I was actually the first player in the country to hold an average of over 180.
Shut up, man! Really?
Yeah, I was there every night, and when they closed, I'd still be there.
Wow.
Bowling with people that worked there. For about 10 years, I really loved it.
Oh, it's a great sound. I tried. The young lady came and when our ball got stuck, and she came and rescued it, and she gave me a few tips. You keep your wrist straight, okay? Because I was bending my wrist, and I said, "Come and show us. Come and show me how it's done." Because the boys would have liked to have seen it, and she said, "I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to play with the customers. I'll get told off." I thought that was terrible. I just wanted her to take one shot.
Which bowling alley was that?
This is one in Maidenhead, and it was a lot of fun, and everyone there was delightful. But it's certainly seen better days, as a lot of them have.
Yes. Anyway, to go back to
go on.
To go back to looking forward to April the 14th, and I'm just loving what I'm being made to imagine is going to happen on that night. And
George. Listen, I've got to go to the news. April the 14th at the Map in Camden. 7 o'clock, 7:30?
7 o'clock, and then Scoring Goals, the Wonder Party will kick off about 10 o'clock. Probably.
We're there, George. I'm going to be there, and I will see you, everybody there. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
You tell me that you've got everything you want, and your bird can sing, but you don't get me. You don't get me. You see 7 wonders, and your bird is green, but you don't see me. You don't see me. When your prized possessions start to weigh you down, look in my direction, I'll be round, I'll be round. You tell me that you've heard every sound there is, and your bird can swing, but you can't hear me. You can't hear me. When your bike is broken, will it bring you down? You may be awoken, I'll be round, I'll be round. Tell me that you've heard everything you want, and your bird can sing, but you don't get me. You don't get me. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. Unless you want to have a really good time and make some excellent music. That's what they're saying there. That's the message there. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative. It's been a very dark vibe on the show this week. I don't know why. Some of part of it's partly come from me, but a lot of it I think has come from the listeners. And that in turn must reflect something that is happening within the cosmos itself. So we're exorcising those demons between now and 1 o'clock when Martin Kellner comes in. Nearly dropped a C-bomb there. I don't quite know how. There were no T's in there, but suddenly a C-bomb was formed. I may have even said one. Who knows? Fun bands. In the meantime, Catherine is here.
Yay.
We're taking your phone calls. 0344 499 1000. You can call in about anything. That's the way it goes. Light or shade, heavy or light and shade. We've had a couple of old voices that haven't called us for a while calling in. All we need now is Russ from Lichfield, and I'll be able to call Bingo. Bell End Bingo. In fact, we should do that. There's something in Caller Bingo. Anyway, so.
Do you remember we used to have a bell? We used to ting.
I still got the bell.
Did you nick it?
No, it was bought for me.
Was it? I thought it was on reception.
Oh no! I've got one. Must have nicked it. For the cliche bell. Going to hell in a handcart. Ding! There's all that stuff. So you can call in about anything. The things that we're throwing out there are we are slagging off bowling, and we're going to play Uno in a little bit. We just need some callers. Let's go to is Mike Butcher for me? I don't know if is Mike Butcher for me?
Is it Gray?
No, it's Gray. Mike Butcher, are you for me?
Hello?
Hello, is that Mike Butcher?
Yes.
Are you for Iain Lee?
Martin Kellner, I think.
Oh, you want for Martin Kellner?
Oh, he must be pre-recording.
He must be pre-recording. In that case, Mike, I'm going to put you back, and I'm sure someone will come and speak to you on behalf of Mr. Kellner, who's a much more professional broadcaster than I am.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike. Sorry about that. You see, if there we go. So that's that problem solved. I'm going to assume Alistair's for me. Alistair?
Hi there.
Hello, Alistair.
How you doing?
I'm doing very, very well. Very well. It's the weekend. I don't have to go to Frome. I've made peace with the One Show. I say I made peace. They've apologised to me, and I've realised I made the right decision in refusing to make the film that they wanted to film. As when I discuss mental health, there is a responsibility on me that I was not only partially aware of, and so to make a film about loneliness for the One Show that would not have been true to my experience and how others have shared with me would have been compromising and possibly dangerous. So I made the right call. So high five. So I'm feeling great, Alistair.
Oh, that's good. Well, good evening to you and Kath.
Good evening to you,
Alistair.
Yeah. Just on that last bit that you were talking about, you know, I read your little blog thing that you did about loneliness.
Oh, yes.
And I found it very interesting, and certainly there was a bit in there which I kind of have been through as well, but not really to go into that, because I think you want sort of a happy call.
Listen, clunky gear changes are what drive this show. If you want to talk about the darker stuff, you're more than welcome to, and we can engage in that. If you want to be light and frothy, it's entirely up to you, Alistair.
Well, first of all, I wanted to thank you, because you made a suggestion last night, and I had a look on the internet today, and I found the album I was looking for.
Lana Del Rey!
That's the one, you remember?
Yeah, you found it! She released an album, then it got withdrawn, and you wanted that album, and listen, if anything has been made, it'll be on the internet somewhere, and you found it.
Well, I felt a bit of an idiot, because it was actually on YouTube after all.
Oh, you pudding.
Yes.
Never mind. Is it any good? Can you see why it was withdrawn?
I've listened to about half of it, and it's quite similar to the famous one that she released in 2012.
Yes.
But it's not quite as sort of polished. But
it's not as meaty.
It's all right.
It's all right. and I think that is the answer as to why it was withdrawn. It was all right.
Yeah,
that
possibly.
was it. Yeah. That'll be it.
Anyway, so the thing was, as well, bowling stories.
Yes.
This is not really slagging off bowling.
Oh, okay.
But when I was in my sort of teens,
yes,
I went on a youth exchange organised by Scunthorpe Rotary Club.
Yeah.
To Germany, and part of that 2-week experience, and the whole youth exchange was Europe-wide, so we had all these young people from Europe gather.
Yeah.
And we played a game of bowling, 10-pin bowling, but I'd not played at all before.
Right.
And I scored 210 out of 300.
Hey, really? Well, there you go, you see? That'll do. Beginner's luck.
Absolutely.
Did you have the sidebars up?
No.
Oh, this guy's a hustler.
And it did prove to be beginner's luck, because I was crap subsequently. But I did beat all of Europe.
Sorry? Hang on a minute. All of Europe?
Well, all the people that were represented, the young people there.
Okay. So that's a bold claim. I beat all of Europe at 10-pin bowling.
And I was being a sort of a newspaper reporter.
Oh. I am either amazing at bowling or terrible, and it will change. You know, the shots can alternate. I can do absolute blinding strikes and get them all down, or I can miss them all. And I can't quite work it out.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a bit like that as well. So
it's a great game. It's a great game. It's a shame that so many of the bowling alleys now are really scuzzy. They've really let themselves go, these bowling alleys.
Yeah.
Buggers.
When I did this game, this was all back to 1979.
1979. I was 6.
Talking
Catherine
about
was 15.
in what year?
Yes.
In what year did? And this German bowling alley was absolutely spotless.
Yeah. Well, right. First of all, it's the 70s, and I think a lot of bowling alleys were, but also the Deutschen Bowlingallen, 10-pin bowling, as they call it over there, is that would be very methodical. Those lanes would be waxed after every bowl.
Einfach klasse.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Einfach klasse.
Do you now? The whole klasse?
I mean...
Well, Alistair, listen, thank you for that, mate. So Alistair is the man. If you want to beat Europe at wrestling, Alistair's where you got to go. But I'm afraid we're going to go to Bruce now. Hey, Bruce.
Hip, hip, hip.
Hip, hip, hip. Here we go. Old school.
Ian.
Old school. Bruce is proudly displaying his the Iain Lee Show laminated card that was handed out the first 6 months of this show when it was called the Iain Lee Show. He's showing us his membership card. It's battered, it's worn, it's a little bit torn, but it guarantees him gold status. Welcome, Bruce.
I thought you was referring to me then, not the card.
Well, I'm referring to all of us that are travelling life's travails. We are travailing life's travels.
So I wanted to talk about bowling.
Yeah. Slag it off.
And two things. So, the first thing, when I was younger, I didn't like bowling, but what I did like at the bowling alley was Quasar.
Was what?
Quasar.
Quaver?
Quasar.
Quasar! A lot of serious fun with a laser gun was their thing. The one in we were at today has Laser Quest, as they call it, upstairs. And I was really up for a game of it, but it was just me and the boys. And I know the youngest would have got scared. I know he would have loved it, but he would have got scared to start with. And also, if you just, book it or you turn up randomly, then you're going to be playing with a load of 20-year-old blokes. And a load of 20-year-old blokes, 44-year-old man, and a 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. Someone's going to hospital.
Well, it's quite funny because when I used to play it, and this would be about 92, I think, I must have been about 8 or 9, and on a Saturday morning, it was essentially a kids' club, and we'd be dropped off at 9 o'clock and picked up at 12.
Wow.
And you could go and play Quasar with, like, a load of kids.
Really?
And I wouldn't even, like, when I think about it now, I wouldn't do that with my kids. I wouldn't drop my kids off and pick them up 4 hours later at a bowling alley. But that's what we used to do every Saturday. And it used to be like a kids' club. So you used to get like 20, 30 kids that would just play loads and loads of games of Quasar.
Here we go. But you've brought us on to our greatest phone-in ever, right? What was the free childcare you had on a Saturday morning when your mum went to the shops? I tell you what mine was, right? Mine was getting dropped off in Boots at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning, because they had all the computers up there, like Spectrums and Dragons and BBC. We didn't have Dragons. BBC's Oric they had. And there were rows of them, like a big section. And I would stand there and play computer games for 2.5, 3 hours. After a while, sometimes, depends who worked there, there'd be like a dozen kids there. All playing free arcade. Sometimes they'd get a bit funny in there and they'd turn off the computers, right? And so then you just went to Smith's. Smith's had a smaller selection. Smith's had a Spectrum. They didn't always have games loaded up. Smith's had a Spectrum. I remember we went somewhere once and there was a John Menzies. God, it was like Nirvana. But for 3 hours, you'd stand in Boots. And this is what, I've got bandy legs, Bruce. My legs band out. And I genuinely believe this is why. Is because you'd stand there and what you'd do is obviously my legs were smaller. You'd have your right foot and you'd sort of just lean against your leg like that, and it would push your leg out, and then you'd swap over a bit because your legs are shorter, and it would push your leg out, and I think that's why I've got deformed legs. So 0344 499 1000. What was the free nannying that you got probably in the 80s and the 90s when your mum went and did the shopping?
Yeah, no,
I bet you went and did shopping with your mum, didn't you, Kath?
I never got left.
You were a girl.
I never got left, but the thing I used to do, like my alternative to your playing the video games, we'd go to W.H. Smith's, and my dad would be looking at the history books, and I'd be sitting on the floor in the children's section just reading.
Yeah. Because that's the geeky equivalent of what I did, but that's more like the sort of bumlicky version. Mine was the more rebel version.
Well, my legs are straight.
Okay. Okay.
But short, admittedly.
It's tiny. Go on, what else you got, Bruce?
I was going to say as well, that I think the demise of the bowling alley, I think we can contribute that to one thing in the last 10 or so years, and that is the Nintendo Wii.
Oh, yeah, he's right.
It was scuzzy before.
No, it wasn't scuzzy.
Yeah, it was.
10 years ago, it wasn't.
It had a charm. It had a charm, but I do think because everybody had a Wii. Like, people who didn't buy games consoles bought a Wii because of the novelty of it. And the free game you got was bowling. Yeah. And everyone got obsessed with it.
Lino is tweeting me, and I think he's trolling me. He said, no, John Menzies wasn't called John Menzies, it was called John Menzies.
Well, Mingis, like Mingis Campbell, isn't it?
No, shut up, man. It was
But
John
everyone
Menzies.
calls it John Menzies.
No. John Menzies was called John Menzies. It was pronounced John Menzies. Right, hang on a minute. Right, no, hang on a minute.
Because John Menzies still exists today. John Menzies
Does it?
is the distribution arm of W.H. Smith's.
Yeah.
Ah.
John Menzies. John Menzies. John Menzies. Here we go, guys. This is going to be the biggest phone-in of the night. How do you pronounce John Menzies? Bruce, how's life going for you, brother? You all right?
Yeah, otherwise, I can't complain. I listen intently.
I fell down a well.
Only anywhere near enough for. Well, I heard this rumour.
You heard about that? Yeah, I fell down a well.
And how are you now? Because I saw you was wearing a neck brace, and I was very concerned.
I'm all right. I'm disappointed that the Milton Keynes Gazette, or whatever it's called, they are suggesting that I might have faked it, and they're suggesting that for two reasons. One, because their editor.
Hang on, isn't that slander?
Well, it's libel
or libelous.
But here's the thing, right? Their ex-editor used to be a bloke, used to be a bellend, right? And we caught him out once, so he constantly tries to catch me out. In fact, he tried to ponce my phone number off Paul Scoins. So, yeah. And one of their reporters emailed me. Let me find the email, right? Because the piece that they've tried to do...
It's a hatchet job.
They really have. They've really tried to destroy me. And I knew it was going to be that. From Sally, Milton Keynes citizen journalist. Hi, Ian. I can't help loving the story about falling the wishing well, though it was unfortunate for you. Sorry you're still suffering. If you could give me a call, it would be great. I promise I'll give you some great publicity. I'm not doing it for publicity, actually. And then I think...
Also, it's a Milton Keynes citizen.
And also, I think, I've been on Good Morning Britain with it. So, but also, her piece tried to destroy me, and she made spurious claims that she thinks I was faking it. Well, just ask yourself this question, Bruce. Why would anyone fake falling down a well?
Well, there is an episode of Simpsons where Bart Simpson does it with a walkie-talkie, but that's for a completely different reason, and not to do with what what you were doing in a wishing well in the first place.
Well,
which
also,
is trying to make a wish.
Bart Simpson is a fictional character.
And Ian Lee is a real man. Thank you, Bruce. 034 4499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Kick off your slippers. Don't go to bed. The party is just starting.
You can sleep when you're dead. The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
034 4499 1000. It's turning into a filibuster of a show. After midnight, we'll play Uno after midnight. So if you've got a pack of Uno cards and you want to join us, after midnight is when that action is taking place. We are slagging off bowling. We are asking how you pronounce John Menzies. Is it Menzies or Menzies? And where did your mum leave you on a Saturday for free babysitting? 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Good evening, Michelle.
Hello, you all right, guys?
I'm very, very well, Michelle. I mean, I cannot speak for Catherine, and since women have had the vote, I certainly wouldn't even dare to speak for her or to her. But I'm going to ask her. Catherine, Michelle wants to know how you're doing.
Fair to middling.
There we go. F to M.
That's a start, isn't it?
Yeah.
Firstly, of course, it's John Menzies. Don't be ridiculous.
I think I'm being trolled.
Oh my days, John Menzies. I don't even know what that is.
No,
John Menzies, isn't it?
John Menzies, isn't it? Of course it is. And there speaks the common woman. And I didn't mean that to sound disrespectful, but I
and yet, I'm an English teacher, so we can take that as law, I think.
You're an English teacher, and you're saying take that as law? Blimey!
You careful. We have the English teachers up north as well, you know.
I know, and you're ruining it. You're ruining this beautiful language.
How dare you?
Catherine is a product of your education system, and look at her.
Only half. They've only got half the blame.
I'm teasing, Michelle. Go on, what you got for us?
Just, usually when I phone you, because I speak to you, I've spoken to you a few times.
Yes.
It's about, like, my dubious mental health and stuff.
Yes.
But today, Kath was talking about being dropped at W.H. Smith. And, by her parents for babysitting, and that was me.
Well, hang on a minute. Let's just get ownership of this story right. I was dropped at Boots and
he
was
was
going to
abandoned.
Smith. Catherine was there with her parents. So, okay, but go on.
Okay.
You got dropped off there, though, did you? Go
Well,
on.
yeah, I definitely wasn't with my... Whenever my parents dropped me off anywhere, it was a pub beer garden with a packet of Seabrooks crisps.
Yeah.
But on a Saturday morning, it would be W.H. Smith.
Yeah.
And I would just sit with my friend and we'd just read all the Point horror books. Do you remember them?
I don't remember the Point horror books, no.
Oh, they were so good. And, we'd just read every Saturday morning.
And how old were you?
Probably about 10.
This is brilliant. And it was just like the two of you?
Yeah, it would just be... It wasn't my brother because he's older and, you know, he was way into drugs by that point, but that's another story.
Yeah.
So it was me and my best friend Becky, and we would literally sit and read. Yeah. And they had computers where people would go and do all the geeky stuff, but no offence, Ian, but we would just sit and read, and it was amazing. It was bloody magic.
And they didn't have, like, special kids areas in the ones that I went to. You just sit on the floor next to the shelves.
You just sit on the floor, yeah, and feel like you're in the levels. You know, you're a bit of an outsider.
I feel like you're in the levers. Because when we were at Boots, right, we'd do it at Boots, and sometimes you get someone miserable on thing, and they'd have all the games loaded up so you could see them, but then someone would just switch all the computers off, and you go, it'd be like a collective, oh no, quick, let's go to Smith's, and Smith's was next door, right? So you do that, but did you have anybody coming up to you and saying, come on now, girls, this really is, isn't that amazing?
Never. And, you know, every Saturday we'd buy a book each as well. I mean, we'd probably read about 3, but we'd buy a book each.
Yeah.
And then I came on to become an English teacher, see, so... Now look.
How does when all these high street shops are closing down, how the hell is W.H. Smith still going?
And it's still... And you know what? I went in... Because I've got 2 girls now, 2 children. Yeah. And we still buy books. Although they've got Kindles and stuff, we still get books as well, because they just smell good. And it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, it's so prohibitively expensive, but it still seems to be thriving.
I don't know what Smith's is, because I go into Smith's...
Money laundering.
I think it might be. I go into Smith's, if I pick up the kids on a Friday, it's comic day, so we'll go and buy a comic, and I'll have a little look through the music magazines, but the Q and Uncut, the magazines I would normally favour, they are wafer thin at the moment. They're so thin. Yeah. So occasionally I'll treat myself to if I've got an article in there, I'll buy a record collector.
See, I get my 12-year-old Kerrang! Because she's there now, you know.
Wow!
Fallout Boy last week.
Fantastic. But then, I, for the first time, I've lived in Windsor for like 7 years. 6 years. And for the first time the other day, I went to the back of the W.H. Smith. Never been back. And it goes on for miles.
Does it?
Goes on for miles.
It's like Mary Poppins' bag, and you've got fountain pens, and then you've got, like, maps in foreign languages.
But am I remembering it wrong? Or when we were kids, was it mostly books and then there was bits and pieces on the side? Because now it seems to be...
mostly books.
Yeah, because now it seems to be sort of odds and sods plus a few books.
No, there used to be stationery for the rich kids, but we couldn't... that wasn't for us.
Yeah, Parker pens.
There's a little bit of stationery, a lot of books. There's DVDs. There's. I mean, the thing about Smith's is when you go in there. Well, they've got 3. Serve-yourself machines, self-serving machines. Self-serving, but then there's a counter there, and I always want to go to the counter, but you get such a dirty look if you go to the counter.
Do you know what? That's the same. God, aren't we sounding old?
Yeah.
But that's the same everywhere, and you think, I'm coming to you to save your job.
Yeah, if I don't come to you in a year, you won't have a job. Just like everybody else you used to work with has gone, you'll be gone.
There you go.
And Smiths and Boots are the worst places for when you buy stuff, the amount of crap they try and push on you at the till.
Yeah, massive chocolate.
You buy a chocolate for £1, and then they give you all these and I find myself saying, it's worse in Boots with the vouchers, I find myself saying, I'll just take the receipt, please. And they still give me like a voucher for like VO5, and if it's VO5 a thing,
yes.
Voucher for that.
Then it'll be, that's like Vosine, but then it'll be in the Sun, you know, grouchy Ian Lee.
Yeah. That doesn't...
Extras.
Outrageous. Michelle, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tutty bye. Let's go to Alan Caddick.
Hi, Boss. Hi, Kath.
Hey.
I've got a question for you.
Okay, what year did Eric Bristow die?
It was this year.
It was this year.
Last night.
But Scott, my friend Scott and I were asking each other what our favourite Eric Bristow memories were, and I replied mine were his racist tweets, and Scott replied his favourite Eric Bristow memory was when Eric Bristow, that was his favourite memory.
With me, it have to be him getting a 180 on bullseye.
Yeah, it's got to be that. Still, it's got to be that.
I've got a question for the pair of you.
For a pair of you?
No, for the pair of you.
Okay.
What was your first ever job interview? Ladies first.
I went for a job at a florist, but it turned out it was one of those YTS schemes, so they didn't really want to pay me.
Right.
Ian?
My first job interview?
Yeah.
That was when I went for a job interview at B-Jams.
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, well, I was 15, and my sort of friend Sasha said that they were looking for Saturday boys. And he said that, because I think you have to be 16, but he said, look, they'll let you work there 15. So I went and had an interview there with a bloke called Mr. Campbell, and I got the job working at B-Jams. Great, and I was there for about two and a half years. I think 3 years maybe I was at B-Jams. It was lovely.
Because the reason I was asking, I had my first ever job interview today.
Hang on a minute, you're about 46.
No, I'm 38.
Okay. And what was that for? Was it for B-Jams?
William Hill.
The bookies?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. You might be just right for that.
You could be just right for that.
Although, will you be spending your earnings?
No.
What, would you be collecting the trolleys?
No, I'll be taking them bets on.
Blimey, hang on a minute. How did that go, Alan?
It went really well. It was a one-to-one interview with a lady called Amanda, who's the area manager.
Yes.
She won 7 shops in Birmingham.
Yes.
And I just got to wait for an email to see if I'm successful or not.
Oh,
you know you'll be outnumbered women to men, because they don't really have that many men working in bookies, do they now? Generally women.
Well...
Can you manage with that? I would ask you if I were Amanda.
I can cope.
Yeah, okay.
Well, would you be sending them dick pics and asking if they were married?
No.
You sure?
I am quite sure. My working relationship will be different to my personal relationships.
Gosh, he knows the patter, doesn't
Well
he?
done. Good lad. Good lad. Well, I wish you the best luck. Here's a phone in for you. Places you've never been into. I've never been in a bookies.
Oh.
Never been in a bookies in my life.
I have. I've never felt more out of place anywhere.
Really?
Yes.
What's the vibe like in there? Strong? Powerful?
It feels a little bit like A&E.
Why?
On a Saturday night.
Why? What? Do you know, if I ran a bookies, I'd also apply for a liquor licence.
I don't think you're allowed.
Well, there'd be a way around it. All right, what I'd do then, this is what I'd do. If I ran a bookies, I would run an off licence next door, right? And I would have like an adjoining door between the two.
Wow.
You bought some cans of cider? Well, maybe you'd like to go through to Ian Lee's betting shop.
You're the actual devil.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well. Because I've got a theory, Alan, that when you're drunk, you gamble more. You're more reckless with money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so forget gamble-aware and drink-aware. They would be forbidden in my off-licence stroke betting shop.
Okay.
Yeah. So would you like to come and work for me instead of William Hill?
If the pay's good.
The pay, you work on a commission basis.
Paid in booze.
I'd do $7.65 an hour.
Okay, well that's I wouldn't come anywhere close to matching that. But I would pay you like £2 an hour, and it would be cash. Cash in hand.
Like I said, when you offered me £100 for the Grand National last year, no deal.
Okay, well I'm going to say get stuff then. £2. This is great. If anyone wants to work in my bookies and off licence, they're two separate businesses. They just have an adjoining door between the two. That's to save me time as manager. I will pay cash in hand £2 an hour. Seriously, because you can right. Here's the thing: once you start paying tax, that $7.65 goes to almost nothing, and also you can still claim job seekers with me because it's cash in hand. So If you work like a 10-hour day, that's a 20 you're making on top of your job seekers. So just it's great. And you could drink any of the half-empty bottles that are left lying around. It really is going to be a great business opportunity.
That sounds better than my job.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
I mean, it sounds very similar to my job.
I know someone who'd be up for that. Andre!
Hello?
Yes, Andre?
Who's that?
Would you like to work in my off-licence stroke betting shop?
No, I've got my own one already.
£2 an hour, cash in hand?
Nah, not the minimum wage. Ian, seriously now, my business idea, a couple of years ago...
Yes, mate.
...was to open a drive-in, now listen, it's a drive-through, off-licence and tobacconist.
Oh, really? That's a great idea!
It's blinding, isn't it? If you could get the licence to do it, wouldn't it be good?
It'll be great, and what would be really handy as well... is if they opened the bottles of beer, would you like those pre-opened, sir? Yeah, of course I would. Get it on.
There you go. Yeah, I think I'll open one with you, sir.
There we go.
As it is, I think I'll have a quick drink with you.
I'll have a quick drink.
Andre's off-licence would be the worst-run business in the world.
No, but a drive-through off-licence and tobacconist. There's no such thing, is there? 24 hours.
I wonder why.
Yeah, but why not? What's the why?
What's the wherefore?
Anywhere.
There we go. That's what you'll get at midnight if you drive up to his window.
If anyone wants a joint venture, let me know, yeah?
You're selling joints as well now, are you?
No, nothing like that. I wouldn't dream of it.
Okay.
Oh, I've been bowling today.
I don't believe you.
I've been bowling around the garden, doing a bit of gardening.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go for a full house. Good evening, Nigel.
Oh, good evening, Ian. How are you?
On top of the world. Have you got any Uno cards?
No, what are they?
They are cards to play Uno with.
I've never heard of them. Never heard of
is it
a game?
It's a card game.
Oh, yeah, a card game.
Yes.
Yeah. I've never heard of it, though. I guessed it was a game.
It was a card... Well, yeah. Well, you should go and get some. It's a great card game.
Do you win a lot of money?
Oh, you can win millions.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just trying to fix... Oh, here we go.
There we go. He's fixed it.
Here we don't.
No, he's broken it again.
Right. Can you... if you can take the next call and get back to me while I sort my music machine out...
That's not really how it works, but do you know what, Nigel? I'm gonna do that, because I'm a nice guy. Good evening, Dan.
Hello.
Hello, Dan.
How you doing?
I'm very well, Dan. What you got for us?
It's about the bowling, and the other thing as well. There was another thing just now.
Yeah.
But, been on hold so long, forgotten. Bowling. In February, took my boy to a party, birthday party, seven years old.
Yeah.
I had 15 kids at the bowling.
Flipping heck.
And it was all good until the first thing they do is give them all balloons on sticks. So you've got to stop them fighting each other before they'll actually participate.
What do they call them? Hey nonny nonny sticks? Is that what they're called? A balloon? No, a balloon
It's called Bash My Mate Up.
A balloon on a stick is an old... It's like what the jesters used to have. Why are you... Catherine's looking at me as if I'm talking gibberish. It's a thing. It's what jesters used to have. They'd have a balloon on a stick. And it's not called a hey nonny nonny stick. Something like... 0344... Don't you Google it and you're dead.
I'm not.
Anyone tweets her
Is it
and
called
she's
a claypole?
no, don't.
No, that's the fella from Rent-A-Ghost.
Yeah, exactly. 0344 499 1000. What do they call those old sticks? It's not like a hey. It's like a nonny stick or something.
Not a
well nonny.
Up stick.
A well nonny.
Well nonny. Shut up. Right, go on, Dan.
We got past the balloon bit of let's all have a fight, and we got them bowling, and that was all really good, and the lady helping us out was really good.
Yeah.
But then there's an arcade after they've had loads of food.
Oh, and that's where they make the money.
Wired.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got 15 of them. That was my biggest complaint about the whole day.
Well, were you the only adult there? Was it like one of those parties where they drop them off?
Me and the missus, and everyone dropped them off, so there was two of us.
Can I say, I was so proud of my boys, right? The first arcade machine they went on today, Pac-Man. Pac-Man!
Oh, well done.
Pac-Man, the first, and the one they went back to the most, Pac-Man. That was my boys. That was my boys.
Can I just say one praise about the bowling note?
Yeah.
Is that afterwards my boy said, best dad ever.
Oh, there you go,
So
mate.
Out of all of that,
Yeah, it makes it all worth it.
2 hours of hell, it was absolutely amazing.
It is. They didn't have it this time, but in places I've been to before with kids, they had the music really, really loud.
Here, sort of early daytime, so it wasn't so bad.
Right,
but
okay.
I imagine sort of evening time. Yeah,
I remember going once to my niece and nephew, and it was black in there, and it was so loud. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was that Bollywood hole. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's famous. Go on. What else? Was there something else you had? You forgot what the other thing was.
It's just, there's been so many things crop up while I've been waiting on the phone that I could tell you about that I've forgotten by now.
Okay.
Apologies.
No worries.
But yeah, loads.
Well,
anyway.
hang on a minute. Dan, hopefully that's Nigel. Nigel, are you ready now?
Yeah, I'm going to have to sing a cappella because I can't get my music to work.
No, not listening. I'll have to
Doesn't matter anyway.
Dan's off. He's had enough. No, if you don't sing a cappella, I prefer if you kept your clothes on. A little musical joke.
Hang on a second, it might just be working. Hang on.
It might just be.
No, I can sing it a cappella, the song I wanted to do anyway.
Yes.
It was a special song. So I can do that. Can I sing it a cappella?
Yeah, you can sing it Martipello, yeah.
Now, I'm going to release this song on iTunes soon.
That's great. All right, Nigel, stay there because we'll go to the adverts. And this is I've read a book about this. This is called a radio tease. And what this does is it gives people the opportunity. When we come back from the adverts, Nigel's going to sing, and it's going to give people the chance to switch off their radios and get as far away from this god-awful racket as possible.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
You had your warning and you stayed. So, Nigel, let's have it.
Oh, OK. This is called Nigel's Time, and it's going to be released on iTunes soon. A friend's going to put it on for me.
Brilliant.
So I hope it sells.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is it with a cappella version. Okay, I hope you enjoy it, Ian. Shall I fire away?
Please do, Nigel.
Right. Tuning in, calling up, talking to the nation, sing a song, melody for your adoration. Late night phone-ins, I'm keeping you awake. It's our time to shine. Up all night, it's entertainment time. It's our time to sing another line. Oh, it's Nigel's time. Clouds are gone, sun is up on your horizon. David's home, back on the phone to my radio station. Late night phone-ins, I'm keeping you awake. It's our time to shine. Up all night, it's entertainment time. It's our time to sing another line. Whoa, it's Nigel's time to call and make my point. Time to play and rock this joint. My life's exciting. I'm inviting you to listen for another day. It's our time to shine. Up all night, it's entertainment time. It's our time to sing another line. Whoa, it's Nigel's time.
That was actually all right, Nigel. It sounded a bit like when I asked my kids to make up a song on the spot. It had that kind of vibe to it, but that's just...
Someone wrote it for me. Who works with Kylie Minogue. A friend of Kylie Minogue wrote it for me.
Wow, that is amazing,
He
if
came
true.
to my house and recorded it on the laptop. It was an amazing day. It took me all day to learn that song because they keep stopping you after every 2 lines. Like when you're acting, they keep stopping actors when they're doing it.
Yeah, well...
But it was an amazing time, and I've got these records professionally.
Yep. Well, I wish you the very best of luck, and hopefully we'll be seeing you on Top of the Pop soon. Nigel?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I enjoyed doing it anyway.
I know you do. Thank you. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It got weird.
Do you think they took money off him?
We'll ask him next time. Only a £500 investment. You know it makes sense. A £500 investment to. Do you remember those? I think they still do it actually. Those agencies that can make your kids a star. Pop along and audition for us and we can make your kids a star. Guaranteed work. Well, we think your kid's got the talent that it takes. All you need to do now is use our in-house photographer, £750 plus VAT, and then pay us a registration fee, £500 plus VAT, and we guarantee that they will make that money back within 3 months of being on our books.
In my early 20s, it was model agencies did that. Yeah. And you'd be scouted, but then you'd end up paying them.
Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. If an agent wants you to pay the money to register on their books, it's a con.
An agent makes money by getting you work.
That's it, guys. That's how it works, all right? Kiss my ass. You got it.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call for the first time this evening, we have no calls on the switchboard. So now would be an excellent time to give us a call. And we're looking for people to play Uno with us. I used to play Uno a lot on the Xbox, not so much now. I've got it on the PlayStation as well. I've got it on my phone, but it's not quite so good on the phone. But I used to play it on the Xbox, and you used to... you'd have a camera on so you could see your faces and things. I saw a woman's vagina.
Did you?
Yeah, which is unusual because most people tell me that they see dicks on there. It's very, very, very unusual for a woman to show her thingy bob on.
Did that mean
Uno.
you had to reverse, or was that extra points, or was that wild?
Well,
this one, the wilds out.
This one was quite wild.
Yeah, I bet.
Honestly. But yeah, you used to. I've not played it with the camera for ages now. No one really plays Uno on online anymore. These guys, they're all playing their fast shooting games and their fast running games and all. They all want to sit down and have a good old fashioned hand of Uno.
Tell you what I've got that I've not opened yet, and I'm just waiting for the opportunity to play, but I don't really know how you play it.
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity.
That sounds rubbish.
Apparently it's brilliant, but I've never played it.
That reminds me, I bought a Dennis the Menace board game for my boy the other day, and I don't know where that is.
I'm really bad at shuffling.
Yeah, I know you are. It's embarrassing. I was once so into Uno with a girlfriend of mine that we bought an automatic shuffler. Oh, it was great. Have you ever seen an automatic shuffler work?
No.
They're amazing.
Is that what they have in the casinos?
Yeah, well, no, they're professional. Give it up. Gavin!
All right, Ian.
How you doing, fella?
Yeah, I'm looking for a game of Uno, kid.
A game of what, sorry?
Game of Uno.
Right, okay. Well, it's pronounced Uno, so let's...
Oh, I do apologise.
That's all right.
I'm playing the foreign version.
Have you got a pack of cards there with you?
Certainly have, mate.
Uno cards?
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Old school ones.
All right.
No, the thick cardboard ones.
Get rid of the wild cards. We're not playing with wilds.
Mate, you know me. I've already done that. I'm ready.
Right. So deal out 7 cards. So I'm dealing out ours.
Okay, here we go.
You deal out your 7, and we're trusting you. We're trusting
of course.
You. Yeah.
2, 3,
7. Right.
Okay, ready to go, mate.
So we're going to be.
Who's going to pick up the one to start?
Right. I'm going to do it just for simple.
Cass should pick up the one to start.
All right. Cass can do it. So Cass, take that top card and turn it over.
Right.
Right. And then say what it is.
It's a yellow 6,
right,
everyone.
You can go,
a yellow 6.
Right, we're going to go Catherine, Gavin, and then me. Right,
Okay.
Catherine,
Okay.
so you go
I'm
first.
putting down a yellow pick-up 2, Gavin.
Okay.
Do you play the rules where you're allowed to put a pick-up 2 to follow a pick-up 2?
Yeah, unfortunately we are.
Brilliant. I've got a green pick-up 2.
Right, I'm picking up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm picking up 4. Okay, Catherine, it's your turn.
I'm putting down a yellow miss a go.
You can't because we're on green.
It's on green, Catherine.
Oh, God, I forgot. Hang on.
Yeah,
All right, then,
nice
so...
one, Gav.
There's money in this game.
Nice
all
one.
right, so 7 green.
7 green, okay. Sorry, and is it yourself?
No, flipping it, mate. You're like playing with my niece. She never knows it's your go.
Well, I can't actually see the...
It's your go. It's your go because it goes
All
Catherine, you, then me.
All right, I've got a 2 green. There.
All right, I'm putting down a 9 green.
Okay, 6 green.
He's out of greens. Isn't
Wild card, change the colour red.
Right, hang on.
I thought we said we weren't playing wild cards.
No, we got the. Is that a colour change or a wild?
Yeah, the colour change one.
All right,
You know what I mean.
colour change.
Yeah,
change it.
not the pick up 4 plus colour change.
All right. Stop talking. You put it. Change red. All right, red 7.
All right. Red reverse direction.
So it's my go. Red 4.
Give me a card. Oh, I'll give myself a card.
You have to give yourself a card. I can't pass that down the phone.
Yeah, I know. I've got a card.
You could, if the card you picked up works, you can go.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, Catherine, you'll go.
Red 0.
Okay, I'm going red 3. He hasn't got any reds.
Oh, blue 3.
Okay, he's got a blue.
Beautiful. Blue.
Oh, no.
Blue reverse direction and an Uno.
Oh, what?
She's on Uno, mate. She'll go.
Get caught with her hands. Blue reverse. Blue 4.
Okay, blue 6. She hasn't got any blues. She hasn't got any blues. We've got ourselves a little bit of breathing time. So it's a blue 6, Gavin. It's your go.
Okay. What was the last card, sorry, Ian?
Blue 6.
Blue 6. Green 6.
Okay, green 3.
Green 0, Uno.
Right, okay.
Oh, I've got nothing. I've got to pick up another card.
Yeah, I like Gavin. He's rubbish. Yeah, go on.
Cheers, man.
Go on. Can you put it down?
No, I can't.
Right, I'm going to go green 2. She's picking up.
I'm picking up.
Right, Gavin,
red 2.
Red 2, okay. I'm putting down another green 2. She's picking up. She's got 3 cards now. This is great. This is great scenes.
Oh,
green 2, Gavin.
You did a green 2. Green 7.
All right, I'm picking up a card. Can't go. Catherine?
Green 5.
Green 5.
Nah, pick up a card.
Okay. Can you go?
No.
Right, okay, I'm picking up. Yellow 5. Catherine's go.
Yellow missed a turn, Uno.
Right, so you're missing a turn. I'm putting down a yellow 0.
Okay.
I've won.
Catherine,
6.
she
9.
You
9.
out?
Yellow 9.
She's out. How many cards you got, Gav?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mate, you lost miserably. I got 3. Thank you very much for playing. And that's how you play Uno on the radio, guys. That's how you do it. Honestly, it's the best game. Can we get sponsored by Uno? It'd be ridiculous that we don't. If you want to play after midnight, 03444 99 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you can do. And we'll look through the papers and I don't know, No, don't. You're putting the cards back now, but no.
Just putting them neat.
No, exactly. Now you can spend the next few minutes shuffling them. That game is finished, so don't just put the cards in there, because that will bugger it up for the next game. So
someone's bitter they lost.
No, that was a practice. One game didn't even count.
Okay, mate.
Start shuffling. There we go. That's better. You might as well. That's not shuffling. You're just moving them up and down. The art of shuffling
I thought that's what shuffle was.
The art of shuffling is to mix the cards up and then
easier to just throw them on the floor and pick them up.
Andy on YouTube. Andy, are you nuts? Uno always seems way too complicated to me. It is it's a card game for people that can't play card games.
Andy's a snap man.
My kids have been able to play Uno since they were 4. We love Uno. I introduced you to Uno.
You did.
You laughed at me for taking it on a train journey to Hull.
And then we nearly missed our stop.
We missed our stop!
I won then as well, if I recall.
Did you? Well, I lost because I had to spend a train journey with you.
Oh.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. With lots of new people listening to the show this week, some of them G'd up by the, fact that I had a terrible week last week and fell down whatever. So just to let you know, this is as intellectual as the show gets. It really is. Keep shuffling. It really is.
You're the boss of me. These are my cards.
Don't use Americanisms in my house. It really is the silliest of all radio shows. You know, there's too much death and destruction and of men in their prime whose average age was 19. So we're here just to dick around. Basically, that's all this is.
We do it so well.
But if you want to call in about heavy stuff as well, you're more than welcome. You can call in about absolutely anything. We've talked about bowling, Uno, and being dumped on a Saturday. 0344 499 1000. I'm Iain Lee. She's Catherine Boyle. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
It's getting better all the time. I used to get mad at my school. The teachers that taught me weren't cool. They're holding me down, turning me round, filling me up with your rule. I've got to admit, it's getting better, a little better all the time. I have to admit, it's getting better, it's getting better since you've been mine. We used to be angry young man, be hiding the head in the sand. You gave me the word, I finally heard. You're doing the best that I can. I've got to admit, it's getting better, a little better all the time. I have to admit, it's getting better, it's getting better since you've been mine. Getting so much better all the time. It's getting better all the time. Better, better, better. It's getting better all the time. Better, better, better. I used to be cruel to my woman. I beat her and kept her apart from the things that she loved. Man, I was mean, but I'm changing my scene, and I'm doing the best that I can. I admit it's getting better, a little better all the time. Yes, I admit it's getting better, it's getting better since you've been mine. Getting so much better all the time. It's getting better all the time. Better. It's getting better all the time. Better. Getting so much better all the time.
Etc., etc., etc. So I've mentioned this before, this incredible, 28-hour, bootleg, fan-made documentary about the Beatles called the, what is it, the alternate anthology, something, what's it called? Anthology Revisited, and it's audio, it's not I know there's an edited bootleg TV version, but it's audio, and it's on SoundCloud, and I guess it might be on YouTube. I've downloaded it onto my iPod, and God, it is incredible. I thought I knew everything about the Beatles. I thought I'd heard everything about the Beatles, and there's so much stuff I've never heard before. I am devouring it. I thoroughly recommend it. This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, Mondays to Fridays, 10 o'clock at night until 1 in the morning. You can listen to Talk Radio on DAB. You can download the app, or you can listen to us at talkradio.co.uk. We're here until 1 o'clock tonight, and then Martin Kellner takes over. Catherine Boyle is also here.
Hello.
Sorry? Hello? There we go. Let's try again. Let's nod on. Let's turn Catherine's microphone up. Let's try now. There we go.
Who needs a microphone?
Well, no, actually, I preferred it up. No, let's keep it up. It's nice to have you here. It's your job. I don't know why I was saying that, and then I realised...
But it is nice.
No, it's not. I realised I was slipping into... banter. I was slipping into kind of, radio banter, and I don't want to do radio banter.
What, so you didn't mean it?
No, I didn't mean it at all. Just saying it's nice to have you here. But you work here. Imagine you work in a shop, or you work in an office, and you sat next to someone, and you just tend to go, it's nice to have you here. Well, it's a stupid thing to say. So
if you said it in that tone, yeah, but if you said, it's nice to have you here.
No, but I didn't say it in that tone. I was saying it as filler. It is nice to have you here, because, but otherwise I've got to work harder. But I was saying it as filler, and I'm better than that. So we're going to go to Russia, is it? Hello, Paul in Russia.
Hello there, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Paul. Whereabouts in... Well, I know, again, it says on my screen you're in St. Petersburg.
I am in St. Petersburg, yes.
Okay. Right. Well, what are you doing there, man?
I'm living and working here, weirdly.
How long you been there for?
I've been in Russia 6 years. I've been in St. Petersburg for just over a year.
And
I've lived in different bits of Russia. But yeah.
Fluent? Fluent in it?
Place to live.
Are you fluent?
Again, sorry?
Are you fluent in the language?
Am I fluent? Oh, no, my goodness me. I should be much better than I am, but no. My missus is fluent English, so what stops me from being...
No, shut up. I bet you're one of those people. It's like my wife, right? She speaks Greek, right? Now, she speaks Greek brilliantly, and she can get by in any situation. Occasionally, she might have to throw in the English word. Like, she could... Last time we were in Greece together a couple of years ago, she couldn't remember the word for milkshake. So she was ordering, a round of drinks and a food, and then you just popped up the word milkshake. But she goes, oh, no, I'm not fluent. I can't really speak it. I bet you're like that. I'm not fluent. And then you'll be off, ordering all kinds of activities and goodies.
I know lots of words for things. Yeah, I know a lot. My vocabulary is quite good. I can't have a conversation, but my vocabulary is good.
Yeah.
And I can chuck in, like, the words for marrow or cucumber or something like that.
That sounds like my husband when we go to Spain. He knows a lot of words, but it's stringing them together he has a problem with.
Oh, I can't have a conversation.
Yeah.
No, it's all very 2-year-old pointing at things, and that's a car, that's a table, that's all I can do. I can't chat.
Okay, well, listen, you've called us, and you can chat to us, brother, in your mother tongue. Unless this is... Now, this is interesting. Paul might be a bot. Paul, is your name Paul 169329036?
I hope not.
I think he might be like a Twitter bot because Russia, as we know, has infiltrated Twitter with bots, and Paul could be a bot.
But don't they tend to just come out with like stock phrases like snowflake cook?
Well, here's the thing about bots, and we can talk about this, right? Because I was told that everyone that's got like 8 numbers after their name is a bot. Okay, and you kind of got to think, well, why would someone? You can understand, like Paul Jones 169. You can understand why you might have a few numbers if you've got a common name. But yeah, why would you set up a Twitter account then have 8 numbers after it? Okay, right. Well then, hang on. Why would bots? Surely they can write a program so that bots get rid of the 8 numbers. But then I've seen people engaging in like proper conversations. Like John Ronson was having an argument with someone the other day, and it was like John 69329, and someone went, "I think the person you're talking to is a bot." Right? And then the person, the bot replied, "No, I'm not."
That's what they would say.
Well, that's what a bot would say. What I want to know, Paul, is how sophisticated, this is a genuine question, how sophisticated is the Twitter bot technology? 03444991000. Genuinely, I'm curious about it, because I don't quite understand it. Anyway, that's not what you've called in for, so what have you got for us?
I don't think I'm a bot. I don't know. To be honest, I may be.
It's getting very Blade Runner, isn't it?
Yeah. No, why I rang in?
Yes.
Well, I didn't ring in, but you talked about you've never been to a bookmaker.
Never been inside a bookmaker's, no.
Right. I've been in bookmakers in Britain. And they are kind of what you think. I thought you
was about to say, hang on a second, because I've been in the bookmakers and I saw you come in once. I thought that's where that was going to go. That was that long intake of breath. Well, I've been in bookmakers and I have a photo of you in a bookmakers. As far as I recall, I don't think. But go on. So you've been in bookmakers, yes?
But bookies in Britain, and you said something about. You imagine they would be excellent if they were also licensed.
Yeah.
If they could... The ones in Russia, that's what they are.
Of course they do.
They're licensed bookies.
Wowzers.
And they provide exceptionally cheap beer.
Yeah.
Whilst providing a wonderful service of then the money that they haven't spent on beer.
Yeah.
Wasting it on gambling, on Arab racing and football from Kazakhstan.
Oh.
So they do an exceptionally good job.
They race Arabs in Russia?
Yes.
Wowzers.
Yep. Around small tracks near...
Hang on. Is he doing a thing? Do they actually race Arabs?
Yes.
Shut up. What do you mean by that?
I mean, in a sense, in the world that maybe they do.
Right, I'm going to go to St. Petersburg and punch this guy in the face.
Is it true, right? Because when I was at university, I was on the modern languages course, and there was some kids there
Keep banging on about it and for him.
Oh, do shut up.
Yes.
And that was real.
Got a bit stir crazy now. And
there were kids that went to Russia, and they came back and they told me something, and I don't know whether it was balls or not, so I'm going to put it to you.
Okay, put it to Paul. Okay.
He said that. I was told that it was so cold some days that people used to drink a lot, like from early in the morning, to try and keep the cold out, and people would regularly just fall over drunk in the street.
Oh, right. That's partly true. You do see people drinking early morning. You see couples walking towards work, fairly respectable couples walking towards work, enjoying a bottle of beer each before they get on the metro. You do see that.
Yeah, that's what they told me. It was like, respectable-looking bloke in suit, and then all of a sudden he'd just keel over.
Oh, yeah. The keeling over thing...
Maybe not.
I wouldn't say that. No, I did see a man just dancing in the street naked with excrement rolling down his legs one morning. I thought, that was
Get in there, son. Good lads. He's living the dream, the Soviet dream.
So Moscow is very different from St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is much more civilized.
How long? What's the plan, Paul? How long are you staying over there?
Oh, I'm going to be here for a while. I'm getting married this year to my lovely. I'm just watching her right now. She's fast asleep in bed.
Oh, weirdo,
my
stalker.
Lovely Russian lady.
Oh, you stalker.
And, yeah, I'm going to be here for a few more years, and then I think we're going to head off maybe to the Far East and
watch some racing.
See Japan or somewhere like that, and do a little world tour.
And do you are you a regular listener to us from St. Petersburg?
I listen when I stay awake. It's the 2-hour difference at the minute, so you come on at midnight. And if I'm still awake, I'll listen. If I'm tired, I fall asleep and I miss you. But a couple of nights a week.
All right, nice one.
And I catch up on the podcast and stuff. It's great. Honestly, great listen.
Well, Paul, anytime you want to come on, I think you got in touch with Catherine because it was tricky to phone, and and this is the same for anyone around the way. How did he get in touch with you?
He emailed me.
What's your email?
It's catherine.boyle@talkradio.co.uk.
Catherine with a K. If anyone wants to come on from a foreign country, and we ring everyone back, but if you're struggling to get through, sometimes the numbers don't work from some countries. Send us a message and we'll call you back. Hey, nice one, Paul. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much. That's brilliant. Cheers.
That was definitely a bot. There's no way that dude was real.
Totally. That was accent and everything.
How do the bots work? What is a bot on Twitter? I know what it is, but how do they work? Because I've got in arguments with people who have been like John 632916954222 and but is that I don't.
Not always. Sometimes it's people who don't really know how Twitter works, and so like when you sign up and it'll say you can have this one that's close to your actual name, but you've got to have all these numbers on the end.
No, it doesn't suggest that. It doesn't suggest.
It did for me.
Not with that many numbers.
Well, no, not quite
exactly.
that many.
I had two people today. 2 people this week. I engaged with on Twitter, and their Twitter handle was their phone number.
I know.
And I messaged him saying, "You got to take it off. Take it off." I don't know how to. Jeez. 0344 499 1000. Nick, you'll be next. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
After hours amusement for anarchists, air hostesses, and jet-lagged Antipodeans.
G'day, coppers. Can I crash on your floor? The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Let's go to Nick. Good evening, Nick. Hello, Nick. Are you there? I can hear something. Well, I can hear a ship in the background. But
you've been placed on hold. Please wait.
Okay, we'll wait. Nick's been waiting for a while, and we know Nick gets a little bit excitable, so we can wait. We can wait. Not in any rush. Got no other calls lined up, by the way. If you're thinking of calling, now would be an excellent time. Because we haven't got any other calls.
You've been placed on hold. Please wait.
So what I do is I'm going to call Nick back. If I hang up Then I do that. We call him back. Here we go.
Hello, Nick speaking.
Hello, Nick. Ian speaking.
Oh, Ian, hello.
How you doing, man? You're on the radio.
Am I live?
Yes, you're live.
On the radio? Okay, cool. Right, it's quite a long story short. I just went to St George's in Tooting and tried to voluntarily section myself. And I was fine to go to the hospital, to be honest. But the guy, 2 psychiatrists and a social worker, fine, they're very nice and blah, blah, blah. But I got a bit annoyed because it came to the end after I've been at A&E for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bobby. Yeah. My dog. I'm just walking the dog.
God, you're responsible for an animal. Wow.
Yeah, well. Right. Basically,
yes.
It's best if you ask me questions, mate.
Well, I don't know what's going on.
Nice way. Anyway, look, my mum and dad's are here, and my girlfriend's here, and I've got to go because I've got to talk to them, blah, blah, blah. But I'll give you a call in an hour or so.
Well, you can, but we'll be off air. Are you safe? Your family are there. You're safe, are you?
I'm safe. Yeah, I'm fine. But I'm on the run from the police because they're trying to section me. I don't want to go to hospital tonight. I want to go in a couple of days or something.
I don't think we get to choose when we get sectioned.
I know. That's why I ran.
But when you say your mum and dad are there, are they actually in that room with you now?
In the house.
Okay. Well,
sorry. Go on.
No,
no. I was talking to my girlfriend. She was asking where the keys were. I'm outside.
She's in the house. She's in that room with you now.
No, I'm outside my house, and they're about to go inside the house.
Why don't you take the dog and go inside the house and be with the people that love you?
I'm going to do what you tell me to do and not get cut off.
I've not told you to. I've suggested. It's just a suggestion.
No, I know, but you told. Yesterday or the day before, you told me to. What was it? Calm down. Basically, you told me you got a bit angry and you hung up. I can't remember what about.
I didn't hang up.
Oh, then I hung up.
Well, no, I didn't get angry and hang up. The phone conversation would have ended. I don't cut people off because I get angry. Nick, listen. If your family are there, I am gonna let you go.
No, I understand. Yeah,
and I'm gonna.
So I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Well, again, I'm not on tomorrow, but go and be with your family, and I hope that you're safe.
Okay, sorry about last night, and I'll update you soon.
Okay, man. Take care. Good luck.
All right, you too, mate. Cheers, bye.
Bye. Man alive, isn't it?
He sounds a bit calmer than yesterday.
Well, I don't know.
I hope there are people there with him.
Oh, I'm sure that I heard a woman's voice in the background, so yeah.
Good.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, then you can do.
Oh, by the way.
Hello?
I wanted to update on the situation
from
yesterday.
Yes.
It was around this time yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes.
That we spoke to Sonia
Yes.
about some concerns she was having about young people in the care of an agency she had been working for, pending proper placements with foster parents. I put her in touch with the NSPCC, and they're going to take it from here. They're going to put it through the proper channels, but she'll have their backup. And she said that she'd keep us updated.
Thank you very much indeed. Good evening, Alistair.
I spoke to you earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested in this Uno game.
Uno?
Yeah, can we play that? But I don't have any Uno cards.
Uno? Yep.
Okay. And I wondered if Kath could deal my hand there and do it like that.
All right, we're going to do. All right, we'll. Okay, we'll do that. Right, so I'm going to deal out 3 hands. So there's Catherine's, yours, mine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you not watching us on YouTube by any chance? Are you?
I am. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Here we go. Right, fine. Then we're gonna. Right, fine. Then we're going to do this. We're going to do this a great way. Right, I'm going to go over there.
Okay.
So there's going to be a slight delay because
that's all right.
That's all right. Let's put this microphone up, please. This one here. This one here. This one here. Can we have this microphone up, please? Can we have this microphone up, please? Thank you. Thank you. Right. So, I don't want you to see my cards. Let me just sort my cards out.
Shall I put the deck over there?
Yes. Okay. Right. So these are... now, I can hear you. So these... Oh, he's got good cards. These are your... Can you see those? There's going to be a slight delay. This is going to take ages.
I'm not going to look because I've got YouTube open.
Yeah, this is going to take ages. So, Alistair, can you see your cards?
I will be in a minute. You've got them in your hand.
Right. I'm holding them up to the camera, but there's a delay.
Okay.
So can you see them being held up?
A bit higher.
Right, hang on. If I'm going to stand here. Here we go. Alright, it's dark. Right, let me turn the light on. Right, we're going to do this. Interactive. No, right. So these are your... Here we go. Here we go. Right, you should be able to see them. Oh, that's great.
I can see them, but I can't see all the cards.
Hang on. It's coming, dark. It's coming. The light's on now and it's coming.
Oh, right, okay.
Right. This is going to take an hour. Can you see them?
No.
No, you're still on the dark bit over there.
Right. We're going to play catch-up in the two zone, so we're going to start again.
I can see them now, yeah.
Catherine, turn over the first card.
Okay.
And you're going to go first, then it'll be me, then it'll be Alistair. Right,
Green 3.
Green 3.
Okay, I'm going to put on a green 4.
Right. I am going to put... I'm going to put a reverse on, so it's Catherine's go again. Catherine.
Okay, and it's got to be green, right?
Yeah.
I'll pick it up.
Okay. So, Alistair, it's your go. And it's a green reverse on there, so it's your go.
Yeah, green 4.
He's got it.
It works. Right, put them there.
Right,
we might
I'm
be able to
moving
see
because I can see your cards.
I'm going to put a green 7. Catherine, it's your go.
Okay, yellow 7. Have some of that.
So it's a yellow 7. By the way, do you know what this card that I'm pointing to means? The black one in the middle.
Pointed. Oh, the middle one was the black one.
Yeah, do you know what that card means?
No.
That means if you put that down, the next person has to pick up 4 and you can choose the colour, but you don't need to use it now because it's a yellow 7.
Right, so...
and that card means someone misses a go.
Yeah, yellow 7. I'm going to put yellow 4.
Yellow 4, right. So now it's my go, and I'm going to put yellow 9.
Okay, I'm going to put down a miss a turn, yellow.
Right, so you're missing a turn, which is good for me, so it's my go. I'm going yellow 9. So it's Catherine's turn.
I've got to pick up.
So it's your turn now, Alistair.
So could I put that black 4 down there?
Yeah, you could do.
Go and do that.
Right, so you put down a black 4, which means you're a tosser. So I've got to pick up 4, and you get to choose the colour.
I'm going to choose red, please.
Right, okay. Okay, no, fine. You're choosing red. Catherine, it's your go.
Okay, I'm going to be really horrible and do a pick up 4.
Okay.
And I'm choosing...
Right, so you're picking up 4. Right, 1, 2... Which is kind of handy, because I don't want to ruin it for everyone, but he hasn't got any red cards. So I'm not quite sure... Not quite sure why he chose red. But what colour are you going to choose, Catherine?
I'm going to choose red.
Right, okay, well, I haven't got any red, so I'm going to pick up a card. Okay, right, you'll go, Catherine.
Okay, I'm going to do pick up 2, red.
Right, now, you can put down this pick up 2.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do it for you, because... Right, so I've got to pick up 4, but I'm now putting down a pick up 2, so Catherine's got to pick up 6.
Damn it!
Excellent.
Right, so it's yellow, and it's your go, Alistair. I'm just trying to sort these cards. It's yellow and it's your go.
I've got a red. Is it still red?
No, mate, it's yellow.
Yellow? Right, what are the yellow ones? 0.
Yellow 0 going down. Right, this is brilliant, man. This is like, I put down a yellow 6, it's Catherine's go. This is like when surgeons do operations in Australia, but via Skype. It's exactly the same. Right, there you go. Look, I've got the perfect shot. Hang on, here's the perfect shot. Look. Right.
Okay, I picked up.
Right, whose go is it? His?
Yeah.
No, he put down... Yeah, it's your go, and it's still a yellow 6.
Right, yellow 6. I'm going to do yellow 3, please.
Okay, yellow 3. is going down. I can't go, so I'm picking up a card.
Okay.
Still can't go. Catherine's go.
Blue 3.
Blue 3. You can't go, I'm afraid, Alistair, so you've got to pick up.
Go on, then.
Yeah, well. he sounds as bored as we are.
No, that's my voice. He's
got a boring voice.
I actually am very excited doing this, but my voice was...
Right. My go, and it's on blue. I'm going to put down Catherine, pick up 2.
Oh. All right.
So it's blue, Alistair, and you can't go. You're going to have to pick up.
What's the number?
It's a pick up 2.
All right, go for it.
Right, so I'm going to pick up 1 because you can't go.
Yeah.
And you've got that, so that doesn't help. So it's my turn.
I've so many cards.
So it's blue. I'm going to put down a reverse, which means it's your go again. That's a reverse one, and that turns it round. You could put that down on top if you wanted.
What colours?
It's blue.
Can I go for any colour or just blue?
If you put down one of those, it can be any colour.
All right, yeah, I'll put the reverse yellow.
Well, it's green. Okay, so it's my go. So I'm now putting down a green 9. It's Catherine's go.
Okay.
This is really good fun. This is good fun.
Pick up 2 green.
You got to pick up 2, I'm afraid, mate. I'll do that for you. Right. I can't go, so I'm picking up a card. Right, she'll go, Catherine.
Okay. I'm going to put down another... Can I put this down and pick up 2 red?
What are you putting
From
on
a pick
top
up
of?
2 green.
On top of pick up 2 green, yeah, you can. Sorry, mate, you're picking up 2.
Okay.
All right, I can't go, so I'm picking up that. Right, it's Catherine's go.
Okay. I'm reversing. Red.
Right, okay, I can't go. She's a dick. Right, so it's red. We're on red.
Okay, that's 5 then, please.
There we go. I know you're a long way from this. If you want to watch this at home, by the way, guys, youtube.com/Iain Lee. You can see this live. I know you're a long way from it, but when you get down to your last card, you have to say Uno. Catherine?
My turn?
Yes.
Mr. Turn red.
Okay, so it's your go. It's your go. It's Mr. Turn, and it's red. So you can...
9, please.
There we go. He's doing very, very well. Right, Catherine's go.
Okay, 8 reds.
Okay, I've got no reds, so I'm going to pick up... It's a pick up 4, Alistair. So you've got pick up 4. He's absolutely screwed here. This is probably the worst parade I've ever been involved in. And I'm going to change it to blue. It's Catherine's go and it's blue.
Okay, I'm going to reverse.
Okay, so it's blue.
I can't go.
Yes, you can. You've got 2 blue cards.
Oh, Alistair, come on.
Right, you can't see it. I'm putting the 0 down for you, not the pick up 2. Right. So blue 7, Catherine's go.
Mr. Turn blue.
Right, so you're missing a turn. I'm putting down blue 9.
Okay, blue 8.
Right, it's an 8 or a blue.
Blue 0.
You haven't got... That one's gone. That's about a minute ago. Pick up 2.
Blue 2.
Yeah, I'm picking up 2. Catherine's go. Jesus.
Okay, blue 4.
It's a blue 4. You've not got a... You've not got a 4. You've not got a blue, but you've got a 4.
Right, I'll put that one there.
This is awful! But at least we acknowledge it. I'm putting down a 1 yellow. Catherine's go.
Boom, I've got to pick up.
Okay.
These are not shuffled well.
It's a 1 yellow.
1 yellow. Have I still got a yellow 5?
Yes, you have.
Put that one.
It's gone. Right.
Playing on delay.
I'm putting down a 1 yellow. Catherine's go.
Oh, double boom I've got to pick up. All right.
Right, so it's a 1 yellow.
Right. 5 then. I've got 2. I did have 2 5s.
No, the yellow 5 is gone. Oh, no, it's there. You're well spotted.
Don't cheat.
Right. Yellow 7. You'll go, Catherine.
Picking up.
Right, so yellow 7.
Green 7.
I'm so glad he doesn't know what the miss a go card means. Right, I'm putting down a green 3.
Oh, picking up again.
She's got no green.
Green 9.
Beautiful. Well, he's making a comeback. I'm putting down a green 5.
All right, red 5.
Red 5.
Red 7.
There we go. Red 7. I'm picking up a card.
He's going to
I'm
win.
putting down a red 6. He is going to win, isn't he? Right, Catherine's go red
Red
6.
8.
Red 8.
Red 5. Oh, red 2, is it?
Red 2, yep. Right, I can't go. I'm picking up a card. I'm putting down a yellow 2.
Red 2.
Red 2.
Can I put a reverse card down?
You haven't got
It's
one,
the
so
wrong
no.
colour.
You haven't got a reverse card, so that would be impossible.
Right.
That is a miss a go, but it can only go on a yellow. It's a red 2.
Yeah, grade 2 then.
There we go. I'm picking up a card. Can't go. Catherine's go.
Blue 2.
Blue 2.
And the other grade 2 is still there.
There we go. I can't go. I'm picking up a card. Can't go. Catherine's go.
Blue 2.
Blue 2.
Oh, how many 2s has Kath got?
Yeah,
Blimey
look.
heck.
She's famous for her 2s.
I can't go, can I then?
Kath's famous for her number 2s. No, you can't. You pick up a card. You said pick up
Pick up
4
a card.
for me. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get to change the colour. What colour would you like?
Yellow, please.
Well played. It's yellow. Catherine.
Got to pick up.
Pick it up. Right, it's your turn, Alistair.
Yellow, the yellow...
That makes me miss a go. We've been sat on that for a while. What do you say when you're down to your last card?
Uno.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's going to win.
It's a yellow miss a go, Catherine. It's your turn.
I've got to pick up.
Right. You can't go, Alistair. You got to pick up. You can put that one down. It's a green miss a go. What do you say when you're down to one card?
Uno.
Here we go, Catherine. Green.
0, green.
It's your go. You can't go. We're going to pick up a card for you. You can't go. Okay, right. It's on green. Green 0. I'm putting down a red 0.
Red 4.
Which one of those bad boys do you want to put down?
Well, hang on, yeah. Green, the green one.
No, you haven't got any greens.
Oh, the red 9.
Red 9. What do you say when you're down to your last card?
Oh, no.
There we go. Red 9.
I'm picking up.
Hang on a minute. It's my go. I'm putting down a red 3. Your go.
I'm picking up.
Right. Alistair.
Can you just confirm how many cards I've got right
You've
now?
got one card.
Right, well, I'm going to have 6 then, red 6.
You're putting it down.
Yes.
You just won the game of Uno.
We have a winner.
You just won. Alistair, you won.
You won
Thank you very
absolutely
much.
nothing, but you did win.
You totally hustled us there.
Professional Uno player there.
Thank you very much. Thank you for helping me in as well.
What a way to start the weekend, Alistair.
Thank you very much. What a load of rubbish! That might be the worst bit of radio I've ever been involved in.
No, it isn't.
And I used to work on Absolute Radio, so incredible scenes. Absolute. Let's turn those microphones off when we get them on, because otherwise it sounds.
Shall I put the lights back normal?
Yeah, put the lights back normal, please. Yeah. So, okay, right. 0344 499 1000. I'm just watching on delay on YouTube. What a load of old rubbish. So, me and Kath do this podcast called The Rabbit Hole, and it's silly and it's fun and it's a phone-in show, and we do it in front of an audience. And you can leave a message anytime you want. 0203 286 6370. 0203 286 6370. Call it now. Try it. You just might like it. You leave a message, and you can get the Rabbit Hole on Acast and iTunes and your usual podcast providers. And we were in Bath in early March, late February, early March, and we play out all these answer phone messages. And one of the answer phone messages we played was from a woman called Sue in Switzerland. And she left a phone number, and we think that the phone number that she left was wrong, because we tried to call it, and we ended up with some very confused people. Didn't have a clue what we were talking about. Made all the more difficult because they were speaking German. But we had a German speaker in the audience. And we were all a little bit worried because Sue, sounded a little bit down, was significantly down in the message. And we played the message out again on the Rabbit Hole we did last week. And one a bright Bold. But where are you going?
I've got someone phoning from Alaska. Shall I ring them?
Yeah, sure. Go on then. Let's do that. Someone found Sue and put us in touch, and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to say that Sue's on the line. Hey, Sue, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. So you're listening to this rubbish, are you?
Yeah. I've just been listening to your Uno game, which my children play a lot, which...
It's the best game, isn't it?
I never got my head around it.
Oh, it's the most fun. And what's great is because it's so simple. Kids can pick it up from a really early age. And so it's like it feels like a grown-up game. But you can. I've been playing it with my kids for years. I love it.
Yeah, never got into it myself.
Oh, well, never mind. So, listen, we've not played the message out on this show, but it goes out went out on a slightly different show that we do called The Rabbit Hole. We were kind of worried about you, man. How are things?
Well, we're okay. I was a bit confused when I got your message at the weekend.
Yeah.
Because... when you played the message back to me, I didn't really know why I'd left it.
You didn't remember? You don't remember leaving it at all?
Well, yes, I do now that I've thought about it.
Right.
But it was a bit concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and very sort of weird that people track me down.
Well, it was one guy. It was one guy who just all he did was to track you down. Was he found you on Facebook, which is not the thing. And then I was able to go. I'm not very good at Skype, but I was able to go back through my Skype history and find the phone number that you called from, as opposed to the one the message that you left, and that's how we ended up speaking to one of your kids the weekend, and
my son,
and and that's kind of how we got in touch. So, are you all right? Because that message that you left was quite concerning.
Yeah. Well, when you played it back to me, yes, it was very concerning. I think what I was talking about was not what you all thought I was talking about.
Yeah.
I live in Switzerland, and we talk about, we have like the option of assisted dying here.
Yep.
And I just lost my brother to ALS, or motor neuron disease.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff in the news at the moment about people, especially with the death of Stephen Hawking, etc., that people need to, come to Switzerland to die. And I think that's kind of what it was about, because my brother was living in Switzerland when he got diagnosed, and I was his carer for the last 3 years. So, we were always given that option: do you want to die, or do you want to just wait until you're not? And he didn't want to die. He fought it to the very bitter end.
Right.
So it was when I made that phone call, I was in a pretty dark place, emotionally.
Yeah.
Just having lost him. So yeah.
Was it was that close to him? It was that close to him dying, was it? That when you made that call?
He died, yeah. He died at the end of August last year.
Okay, right.
But it was 3 years from getting the diagnosis to the death.
God, that's quick, isn't it?
Well, for ALS, it's kind of normal.
Oh, is it? Okay, right.
ALS is, I don't know if you know the difference between MND and ALS.
No, I don't know the difference. Go on. What is the difference?
Okay, well, motor neuron disease. There are like 5 different types of motor neuron disease, of which ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, is the most deadly, and that's the one that he had, and that's the one that basically kills you the quickest. That's the one that Stephen Hawking famously had and lived for 70 odd years with. And But he was a medical miracle, and nobody understands how he lived that long. But from the moment that David, my brother, got diagnosed, we always knew, well, they said you've got like 2 to 3, maybe 4 years to live. He didn't make it to the 3 years, but he was from the very start very determined that he was going to live. He said, I don't care what happens to me, I don't care who has to wipe my bum for me or who has to feed me through a tube, I just want to live, because he had 2 little boys who needed their father, and he just wanted to stay alive for them. But it was a very slow, painful, tragic, awful, horrible way to die. And I think what brought it all to a head for me was, it's difficult to talk about, but I was his carer, I was his sort of, I had power of attorney, and our family live in England, obviously, we're English. We just happened to both live in Switzerland. He was an hour away from me. I live near the Lake of Lucerne, and he lived up near Baden, which is near Zurich. So I was kind of spending all my time up with him, and he stayed as mobile as possible for as long as possible, and then went into a hospice at the beginning of last year, and then we knew that it was very close to him, you know, the end of his life. But he never wanted his life to end. Right until the very end, he wanted to do everything that he could to stay alive. And I think the issue that I had was that in Switzerland you've got this option, and they were always giving us this option: do you want to die now or die later?
God.
Die of your own choice or die of natural causes, you know? So...
And he was always determined. Whenever that option was raised, he'd always go, "No, I'm carrying on."
He was like, "I don't care what happens. I'm just going to live for the children.
Wow.
I will be alive for as long as possible. Do anything. Put plugs in me. Put tubes in me. Wipe my arse." At the end, he couldn't speak for himself. He couldn't. He couldn't move at all. He had his body was just completely gone. He could move his eyes still, and his brain was still completely there, but he couldn't, do anything else. So I think if it was me, I would have probably not wanted to live like that, but he just wanted to keep going because he had 2 young children. So I think that's why I left the message about dying.
Yeah.
It wasn't about me wanting to die.
Well, we all thought the worst. We all thought that you'd been, kidnapped, or, we're phoning up and it's this guy speaking in German, obviously, because it's Switzerland. And we're thinking, God, we all imagine some horrible scenario, some kind of, Fritzl-type scenario, and then
No.
So I'm so sorry for your loss, I guess, is the first thing, genuinely. My mum's got MS, and she's got it really, really bad, to the point where she can do very little for herself. She lives in, she moved in a care home, in her, she was about 57. And I've had the conversation with her. Obviously, it's not legal over here, but I've had that conversation, and I said, have you thought about if you want to carry on like this? And, if you didn't want to carry on like this, then we could look at options and things like that. Yeah. And she said, I've thought about it, but I'm kind of want to see where this goes. Was the sort of the short answer.
Yeah, I think if you believe that there's a chance.
Yeah. And
I think with MS, there is a chance, but with ALS, there is no chance. There is absolutely no chance.
Yeah.
ALS is terminal. it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you within generally, like the most people that get diagnosed, it's within 3 to 5 years. David made it barely to 3 years. It was very, very rapid with him. He was a professional golfer. He was a skier. He was a cyclist. He was a jogger. He was an athlete. He was the fittest person, much fitter than I ever have been. And yeah, it takes you so fast, so quickly, and destroys your life. And for me, you know, watching him go through that, and I don't know if I could be that brave as he was. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I do know exactly what you mean. And I you know, I think, again, looking at my mum, I do think if I ended up like how she is now, I wouldn't want to live like that. I wouldn't,
No,
you know, and it's different for everyone, isn't it? And it's different when no one knows exactly how they will react when it's happening to them, do they? No one, you know,
No.
we can all think we know what we do, but until we're actually there. And how are you? How are the kids? How are your kids? How is it? You know, how is everyone after? You know.
Well, yeah. Well, not good.
No, of course not. And as I was saying that, I realised that was a dumb question. So I'm really sorry. Everyone's fine. Yeah, I realised that was a dumb question.
I think children are really resilient, and children are really his children and my children, because they just knew him. My children, he was just Uncle David, and they just knew that suddenly Uncle David couldn't talk as well as he did, and he couldn't walk as well, and then suddenly Uncle David was in a wheelchair, and I think it was the same with his children, although we didn't see as much of them because his wife and him separated, and it was very difficult to get his children over to see him. And as he deteriorated, and when he went into the hospice, and he totally lost the ability. If you imagine Stephen Hawking in his wheelchair, looking, you know, with the eye computer, that's what David was like towards the end. But he was literally just moving his eyes and spelling out words, and we were, you know, he was dribbling, and he couldn't move any part of his body, and it was just a horrible, horrible thing to watch, because you know, when you looked into his eyes, you know that he's still there.
You could see him, yeah.
He's still completely David, but his body was gone completely. So yeah, it was really, really, really distressing to watch that to happen.
And how are you being so far away, you know, from your family in England and stuff? I mean, are you all right? Because that message you left, and we kind of, you know, we laughed about it a little bit, but we were genuinely worried. But a lot of people were genuinely worried because you know, you sounded heartbroken, and now we know why.
Yeah, I was.
But are
Yeah,
you
I was.
okay?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I've been in Switzerland. It was a complete coincidence that we both ended up in Switzerland at the same time.
Right.
He's a professional golfer, and he was working in the Alsace, and I was working in Berlin.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be offered a job down here in Switzerland, and it was him that convinced me to come down here, because he said we could spend more time together, and, you know, then we subsequently both got married, and we both had children, and our children grew up together as, you know, cousins, and just loved each other, and, you know, and then both marriages fell apart, but we always stayed together, and then, you know, he just got really poorly, and I was going to leave Switzerland. Before he got poorly, I was going to leave Switzerland to go back to England, but then he got sick, so I stayed. So now that he's gone, we're going back to England.
You're making the move back. When's that happening?
In July, after the kids have finished the school year. Yeah.
So listen, it's so lovely to hear. I'm going to move on just because I've only got 4 minutes left, and I've got Gina in Alaska, and we've got Jerry, and Jerry will get angry if we don't talk to him, and all of that. But listen, I'm so glad that we're in touch, and you are free and welcome to call this show anytime you want, or not. You know, it's, you know, and It's been really, really nice to chat to you, Sue. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem at all.
Thanks a lot.
Nice to speak to you too.
Take
All
care.
right,
Bye
Ian.
bye. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
What a nice lady. What a nice lady. And ain't life cruel sometimes, and that won't mean a lot to some of you because that episode of The Rabbit Hole hasn't gone out yet, but when it does, it will, and it will resonate with you. And I'm so glad that she's all right. And we've been chatting a little bit on Facebook, and she, good luck to her. Right, let's go to Gina in Alaska. Good evening, Gina.
Hi.
Hey, how's Alaska? We're getting calls. We're getting calls from places that I imagine to be covered in snow. Russia and Alaska and Switzerland. This is the snowy show.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still covered in snow, but it's a balmy 39 degrees today, so
man,
it's nice.
Alive! I want to be in. I want to be in Alaska. That's where I want to be. I want to be in Alaska, running around.
It's lovely here.
Beautiful, Gina. We haven't got much time. It's been a weird old show tonight. What would you like to say tonight?
I just wanted to say that I listen from Alaska, and I love you guys' show. There's a lovely Scottish lady that introduced me to your show a few months back, and I think it's great.
Well, I'm glad you like it, and this is the weird thing about living in the future, which is where we live now, Gina, is that me and Kath do this little show on this little station, and not even everyone in this country can pick up on their radios because of the way it's transmitted, and there are people listening to us all over the world, and the day I get bored by the fact that there's someone listening in Alaska, that's the day I need to quit doing this job, because to me, I'm an old man. I don't know about you, Kath. I find it amazing that there's someone listening in Tennessee Springs, Alaska. Let's have the microphone. There we go.
I like imagining what you're doing at the time. Hopefully it's clean and you've got your clothes on.
Well,
but, the time of day is different. I mean, how does this show translate both in terms of being in Alaska and also it's probably light there, isn't it?
What is this, like a drive time show for you guys?
Well, your show comes on from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. for me.
Oh, wow, how rude.
It's the slot I want. It's the slot I want. And I got it in Alaska. Gina, listen, we've got to go because we've only got a minute left before Martin Kellner comes in, and if we overrun, he kicks ass. He's coming in, he's going to kick ass! Gina, listen, we'll speak again soon. Let's quickly, Jerry, you've got about 20 seconds, Jerry, what you got?
Well, this is Martin. Listen to him, stay tuned. Great phone call off out.
Okay, listen, I've got to cut you off because we're late.
Okay, up your bum.
Up your bum. Martin Kellner, you've got 40 seconds to tell us what is going to be on your show this evening, please, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've got Dave Gorman.
Yeah.
Dave Gorman,
Oh,
fine
okay.
comedian, modern life is goodish, he's got a whole channel named after himself, Dave.
And and it is named after him.
It is named after him, it's called Dave. They're going to start a channel called Ian, so, you'll be fine.
They should do.
They should, absolutely. It's what the nation wants.
Yes.
And Woody Allen is not dead yet, we're delighted to say, so we'll be marking the life and times of Woody Allen. Not all the life and times of Woody Allen, because some of it doesn't want to... It's controversial. We thought we'd do it controversial.
Martin Kellner is on after 1 o'clock. Catherine, thank you. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back on Monday night at 10. Until then, ta-ta.